to be a dragon.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay.
Action recording, yep.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and do your intro for your recording.
We usually have intros. I said I was going to do it for this, but,
You want me to do it then? I'll suck at it, but I'll do it.
Okay, let's officially do it. Hello and welcome to Frogcast Adventures. We usually don't do intros for our games, but Mark wants me to do one.
It's the very first game of the campaign, so I figure it's appropriate.
Yep. We'll be playing Humblewood, a third-party campaign setting for 5th edition by Hit Point Press. We're all very excited.
Yep. We got a couple people here. We'll I guess we'll get them introduced when we introduce the characters.
Yep. Mark Schneider's going to be our DM.
Okay. All right. You know what? Let's introduce everybody now, so we can just do the characters later.
Hey, you said do an introduction. I'm doing an introduction.
Do it.
Our DM is going to be Mark Schneider.
Hello.
Who is 3 kobolds in a trench coat, but he can only see
Dragonborn.
one. Oh yeah, he's a totally normal Dragonborn. But we got some returning players. We got ShortStack.
Hi.
Hi.
That's me.
We got all like returning players, but not our regulars in this one.
Yes. Except for me, Joey.
Yep. Got ShortStack. Got Bendy, who was in our Pharaoh game. Hello.
Howdy.
And the newest newcomer, which I don't think is true because I think Bendy's newer. But BoomCow.
Wait, how am I the newest? There's no way.
It was mistaken.
Joe, you screwed up the introduction. We have to start over.
Yeah.
Joey and I go way back. We've
Way
been
back.
friends since like 22.
Has it been that
19?
So, the
1922?
oldest newcomer.
Wait, no, maybe it's 23.
long? Must be 23.
Yeah, close enough.
About a year or two.
Yeah, but she was in our Starfinder adventure.
Is there a point where they graduate from newcomer? Are they like in the newcomer alumni at this point, or are they just
I think
cursed to remain as such?
When you leave, you become a new goer? Or maybe an old comer.
Once I invite you back for a full campaign like Boom, that's when you become a regular.
Okay, that's when I
I'm
become
not
a
even a
regular.
regular yet.
I'll no longer
Yeah.
be an intern.
You don't have to fetch coffee for all of us anymore. You get stock options.
Yeah, ShortStack, you've been in some smaller games, but not like a full
Yeah.
campaign yet.
Yet.
But I still count you as a regular.
Yeah.
I think that was 20.
I feel counted!
One.
Oh. I will ask everyone at home to bear with me as I have just gotten over food poisoning and have a cough still. So, got some cough drops to try and avoid that. If coughs bother you, sorry.
How dare.
But if we are ready,
Since we're doing an introduction to
Yeah.
this one for the listeners, we did have a session 0 several weeks ago, and one thing we did decide in this, since the characters in this campaign are humanoid animals, you don't have to worry about any like violence against them. It's going to be it's going to be like Pokemon rules. If we're doing combat, they reach 0 hit points and they're simply sleeping.
yes, it is mostly going to be knocked out things. There are still areas where death happens in the campaign, to like NPCs, or random people off screen, things like that. And there is threat of hazards actually doing that. We are going to try to avoid it's going to be, as Joey said, Pokemon rules. If you're fighting, knock people out. You're not invincible though, so.
Don't make me point my walkie-talkie at you.
Oh, that's a good callback. I will say also, as a DM, if anything does come up that bothers anybody, feel free to tell me, DM me, just say, hey, can we skip that? No questions asked, we'll keep going. But with that, I think we can all start Humblewood, as we are calling our game, From the Ashes. introduction. In the faraway world of Everden, on the eastern coast of a great continent, lies a vast forest nestled between the mountains and the sea. This is the Humblewood, an ancient and magical place that hums an endless song, sung to the great rhythm of life and death. The wood, as it is known to its inhabitants, is not like any other forest. The trees are old and powerful, with rare specimens that reach as tall as small mountains. This region is home to two groups of races, the birdfolk and the humblefolk. Together, they share the wood and its bountiful resources. But the wood has also known sorrow. Once, long ago, a massive forest fire known as the Great Calamity burned a portion of the wood. The origins of the fire are unknown, but it left the area permanently damaged. To this day, it is called the Scorched Grove, an arid field of ash that has since become home to many strange, flame-infused creatures. The Tenders, an organization of druids and mystics, dedicate themselves to healing the Scorched Grove with natural magics. Nature's balance, though, can be disrupted by a single spark. Recently, the fires have begun to rage through the wood, with a strength and fury not seen since ages past. Forest dwellers are again being displaced from their homes, seeking refuge in the capital city of Alderheart, and perch dwellers are doing what they can to keep themselves safe up in their canopy sanctuaries. We find ourselves in the sleepy town of Medowfen. West of the dense forest and nestled between the mock fields and the scorched grove. It is a humble village with a small number of residents. Most are farmers who work either the ash-enriched pastures to the north or the fruit-abundant marshlands to the south. Medowfen has been quiet for as long as anyone can remember, and life there goes by slowly. Recently, Medowfen has fallen on hard times. Seasonal rainfalls haven't arrived, leaving fields barren. Mostly barren, as opposed to this image here. To make matters worse, trade wagons sent to provide relief have gone missing, fueling rumors of bandits prowling the roadways. Fire-based creatures are venturing closer to the village than ever before. A week ago, an ominous plume of black smoke to the north blocked the sun. A few brave villagers ventured out to investigate, but they haven't returned. The source of smoke remains unknown. And as we come into our sleepy village of Medowfen, we come down to the windmill, and we find ourselves a white bird folk, as I remember how to use Roll20. Perry, you have been pretty much hired for a quick job of cleaning the windmill, currently not in use as the fields have gone a little barren. Can you please describe your character and your full name?
Well, yes, of course. Standing before you is the finest specimen of a Luma pigeon you have ever seen in your life. This is Perry J. Coop. He stands at 3 feet tall, has white feathers that look kind of sooty in areas. He has a dark newsy cap, a red scarf, and a patchwork jacket that looks more patchwork than jacket. Across his back is a well-used but well-loved loot that seems like it's been through some tough times. He has a smile on his face as he's doing the work, as he whistles a tune to himself.
The best a smile you can get out of a beak. But yes.
Exactly.
You've pretty much been...
You can see it in the eyes.
You've pretty much been told to dust out the canopy of this, or the ceiling area, the conic structure on the inside, and head out to the outside and sort of sweep the roof. No sort of chimney here to sweep, but you've similar enough. Give me a how would you go around cleaning this kind of stuff, like simple cobwebs, things like that? Just what would your character do?
Oh, he'd be kind to the spiders, honestly. He'd probably capture them and let them off outside. And then apologize for ruining their homes. Sorry, my bad.
I'd say, okay, give me an animal handling check. For insect handling.
That's not gonna be good.
It's not gonna be a high, just don't get a 1. 6, that is above a 5. That's good. So the spiders, it takes you a while to kind of get the spiders. You don't see them. You're like, oh, these are all just cobwebs, dust mites, and whatnot. And you realize they are spider webs. And you're like, oh, sorry. And then you pick up the spiders and kind of let them on their way. And they kind of like in Charlotte's Web, they kind of like take to the air and just off to another adventure or home. As you come off onto the little roof area, looking down nearby, see a young fox-like creature in the tree, sort of sitting at the base of the tree. And looking at him, it looks like he's got something in his hand. He's playing with something that seems to light up, and you're not sure what exactly it is. Vim here is playing a little bit with fire, perhaps. Nothing dangerous or anything like that, just sort of experimenting it. Bendy, please describe and name your character, as I just did.
Indeed, as you did. Well, this is Vim. Vim, he's a bit scraggly. He wears very, very many layers of clothing that seem to have had a hard time, possibly got too close to the fireplace at some point, but, if you wear enough of them, it kind of makes a whole piece. He does, unlike most of the denizens of this region, his fur isn't the usual for his type. He often does get confused for possibly being one of the Vulpine folk. However,
right.
He is more... When
Sorry, it was the orange on the picture. I apologize. I keep thinking he's a fox. I'm like, no, he's not. He's a yeah, right. I'm sorry.
It's just like that. That's the kind of interaction.
This is what he has to deal with every day, Mark.
When people spend time with him, they realize he seems to be more like the Mapach of the region,
Yes.
but a bit more exotic compared to the rest of them.
Red panda, so like a very chubby fox.
Mm-hmm.
Not a red pan. It's just the fire.
just the glow. Just got a sudden glow about him. And yes, he's sort of huddled down by this tree, and he has a lantern out in front of him that also seems to have a fire, and he's sort of playing around behind it, being like, maybe if I can just focus here, I can get a little bit more control. And then if anyone does come close, he tries to quickly snuff it out and just shows that he just has a lit lantern. That's all. Nothing to worry about. I'm abiding by the region's rules.
You're in a pretty. You chose a somewhat secluded place. You're outside the main walkways of the town. Really, only people are going to go up here are the windmill folk, and anybody there cleaning it. Let's say.
I didn't know that was a race.
No, they died out a long time ago. You haven't seen one in years. Damn that Don Quixote.
The great tilting of 94.
They had to be wiped out. They were always fighting.
They were a menace. So let's have you first make a Arcana check, as you are trying to not so much make the biggest fire, but to control it.
Sure thing. Let's see.
I just noticed that his eyes are super stressed out too.
6.
All right.
You're trying
are we gonna hit another 6 with the next person?
It's a little harder to. It's a little more difficult than calming spiders. especially like daddy long legs that Perry had to deal with. So you are trying to control it. It does get a little too big and it puffs up a little bit, kind of like when you maybe turn on the a grill when you've let the gas out too much and you just nothing too big, but it catches your maybe your gloves on fire a little bit, singes a bit. You have to put them out. You're like
Not again. Oh, good thing I've got another scrap. I can just pull that over.
Vim, Vim. As
Oh,
you hear a familiar voice coming from the just below the cliffside there.
is that you, Great Father?
It is. What are you doing?
Behaving.
Make a deception check.
You're asking for all of the great hits from me right now.
9. If my leg wasn't such a mess, I'd come up there and shake it at you. Oh, he's got... Greatfather has been injured at some point recently that he's not like permanently has a bum leg or anything like that, but he's got a cane for the time being as it heals. Greatfather here is a servant, a deer folk essentially, that has been more or less taking care of him, or at least watching him over as best he can. Alright. Just keep away from the brush, especially the dry brush. Please.
Vim has learned. Vim will not go near the brush again.
Yes. Gotta work on that third person. Okay, supper soon. He's not really like tired of you or anything like that. He's just kind of just tired. And ShortStack, you were gonna say something before Greatfather came in. What was that?
Oh, Perry would probably, after noticing, make his way over. Eventually. Because it doesn't seem like it's too quick a walk.
So you know what happened, right? One of those spiders you threw out the window drifted into the flame and went...
Perry can glide on down as Greatfather makes his way back towards town. Go ahead.
Yeah, what you got there, bud?
It's just a lantern. See, look, it's contained and all completely safe.
Might want to watch out there for that, bud. People around here, they don't take too kindly to open flame.
Oh no, look, it's completely fine. And he opens it up and puts his hand in the flame.
Aha! I see. Well, as you were, I suppose.
The lay folk, it is mysterious and looks like magic, but it's magic.
It may look like
Magic,
magic,
you say?
but it's actually magic.
Perry would just kind of stand there for a little bit, kind of curious as to who exactly he's looking at in the whole situation.
Are you slightly jealous of Vim possibly having patchier clothes than you?
A little bit. Perry contemplates making another slit in his jacket or two.
As they're doing this, Greatfather starts heading back to where he lives in town. He comes around the corner and bumps into a raccoon, another Mapach. As Boom's character comes around the corner, bumps into Greatfather as she is heading towards the bazaar, or the marketplace, I should say. Kind of looks at you, kind of bewildered. He's not familiar with you in this place. Hasn't seen you around before. You're more of a somewhat new arrival. Go ahead and describe your character. Describe and name your character, Boom. You there, Boom? Uh-oh. Oh no.
Boom, your mic.
Her thing is idle.
Boom, mic. Sorry.
Let's ping her real quick.
Meanwhile, in the halls of justice.
Everyone is gonna run to the restroom, run to the kitchen.
Fine, we'll fix it in post.
Oops, she's typing. Typing in the Roll20 chat.
Can you hear me?
Hey,
There you are. Okay, yeah.
No, like as soon as you said he bumped into me, I started talking, and then Discord just like froze.
Oh god, he
bumped into your Discord.
Yeah.
He did. He did.
So-
Sorry. Do you need help getting home?
No, I'm fine. He takes his cane and keeps on walking. So go ahead and describe your character now that you're back.
Okay, Rikki is a rather tall Mapach. Her clothing is well worn, and she is adorned with some armor that is also very loved and has seen a lot of use. Definitely lower socioeconomic status. She was formerly a bandit, which a lot of the people in the town probably know, and she is currently on a quest to right her wrongs of the past and become a functional member of society.
Oh, so it's like a open secret.
I would say it's probably, and this is up to you, obviously, Boom. But I would suggest it's not. People think that know that you're a bandit. Don't know what sort of crimes that you've done. You've been gentle enough to everybody that nobody is really afraid of you or thinks that you're going to pickpocket them or anything like that. So.
Oh yeah.
That's
what we discussed. Sorry if I didn't articulate that well.
No. Just
So as we would, us as characters, would we be familiar with that?
It's a small enough town that you would be familiar. If you're not good friends with each other, you'd be familiar enough with the people in town. You've seen each other at things. It's like, oh, that's that guy with the hat over there. You know him? Yeah, I've seen him all the time.
This town of 20 people.
I'm gonna say here that Rikki, you're trying here. Originally thinking you were going to try and hawk it, but it sounds like you're going to try and you'd rather maybe trying to get something appraised. You recently came into possession, we'll say, of a pocket watch of a pretty decent quality, and you've come to the market to try and get it appraised. What would you do to try and either sell it or identify it or whatnot?
Is there a jeweler of sort in the town?
Let's say it's not a big jeweler thing, but there is like a something that would double as like a precious stone, like not quite gems, but like the nice cheap jewelry you get at like craft fairs and stuff like that. It's a decent quality, and then like maybe a like a tinkerer that would be good with like clockwork type things. So you could try either one of those if you wish.
Probably the tinkerer.
Okay. You head up to the tinkerer. Say it's a I keep trying to remember the 10 species names, and I cannot keep them in my brain. We'll say you find a strig. That's just sort of like tinkering with some little tiny thing. It's like, yes, how can I help you?
Hey, I found this watch. It's been in my possession for a while, and I was wondering if it's anything special or if it's just some junky old watch.
Take a look at this. Takes a look. Where did I put this down? Yes. Yeah, opens it up. It doesn't seem to be moving. The time's incorrect here. I mean, let's try this. Oh, have you wound this recently?
No.
Oh, try that. See if it works for one.
I
Do you
will
wind it?
wind the watch.
Give me a wind check now. It's easy enough to wind the watch. You wind it up, and at this point, as soon as you do, the watch actually, the clock hands kind of automatically turn. They don't do it as you're winding it, but once you're done winding it, reach its maximum sort of like twist. They kind of set into their what you presume is the correct time of day, which is morning, and then behind the hands on the face itself, a sort of a symbol or a picture of a sun rising from the horizon appears. It wasn't there before.
I'll show it to the Strig you said.
Yes.
Which is a owl.
Yes, we should say, once we introduce these races at home, we'll explain. A Strig is an owl folk. Okay, seems to be already on time. This is working quite well. Looking around, it's like you can't quite see the mechanisms to how everything is it's working. Can't really see how to get into it. Can't see the gears. I think this might be more, well, magical. A magical timepiece of some sort. A little beyond my expertise, but it's definitely not worthless, I can tell you that. I'll hand it back to you.
Well, thanks. Thanks
Right,
anyway.
welcome. As he hands it back to you, you can hear a slight ticking of the thing. It starts... not when it's near you notice it, so... And with that, as you are turning around, you coincidentally get bumped into again by somebody, which is a small raptor child, a little bit of a dressed in a bit of a cloak, bumps into you. Is like, the bandit, and he kind of does like a nervous like karate move in front of you, like a roundhouse kick, not at you, but just in front of you, like, you know, kids playing Power Rangers. Yeah. He basically tries to intimidate you doing that. How do you react?
How old is this?
Let's say it's the equivalent of maybe a 8 or 9-year-old. Let's say maybe even younger.
I'll playfully act like I'm afraid of them.
Do you do it like realistically, or do you do it like oh, woe is me, and then run off?
Yeah, but not like in a mocking way, like in a playful way.
It's like, you do it enough that it's believed. Actually, go ahead and make a performance check with advantage, because you've seen quite a few people run away from you. You think you can nail this?
All right, performance.
$17. Pretty good. He kind of looks like, ha, victory! He kind of runs on home. He runs to the home of not really a home, but seems to be a dojo, boxing ring, boxing arena, a gym of some sort. As we see a hedgehog, a hedge, which is a hedgehog folk, as Joey, your character is greeted by Grantley. Show his name.
Is he on time or is he late?
He is... Look at the detour. He might be within the minute. 2 minutes late.
Well, that's
at most,
late.
as you sort of think. Well, he comes in there. It's like, okay, Quilton, Master Quilton. Okay, I know I'm a little late, but I have a good reason. Before we continue, please describe your character, Joey.
Right, Master Quilton is an elderly hedge, a hedgehog folk. Like most hedges, he is very squat, very round, but in his advancing age, he's even more squat and even more round. Stands about 3.5 feet tall, but his quills definitely add a little bit. I imagine he is in a more traditional. I don't want to say like this is like a karate school, but in like martial art gear, so maybe a simple robe, fitted to suit his.
I imagine it's like your home, but your home includes like a big gym.
Yeah, like a
and
big.
you've opened it up to certain people and stuff like that. It's not a private one.
Yeah, like a big like living room with a big mat in the center. But
Yeah.
he has a special robe that is fitted to his to accommodate his back quills, and he is leaning on his leaning on a cane, which is swaying back and forth slightly, like he's his old knees are like giving out a little bit. And I said, and I go, young Master Grantley, that is the third time in a row that you've taken a detour.
I have a reason.
And I imagine there's other children that have been waiting patiently, on their knees, hands on their knees, like waiting. And he goes, well, we would all be very interested to hear why you are late for a third time.
I fought off a bandit in the market.
His normally squinting eyes kind of open slightly and goes, oh, a bandit, you say?
Yeah, he was there. I think he was gonna rob the tinkerer's place, the tinker tots, and I went up and I did this, and he does the same sort of like karate move, roundhouse kick thing, and he ran off.
Imagine other kids start to giggle a little bit when this happens.
There's one or two that are kind of like, oh, I can't believe he did that, but yeah, most of them are like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I go, settle down. And why did you immediately choose violence to ward off this fearsome bandit, young Master Grantley?
Well, that's the thing, Master Quilton. I didn't. I chose intimidation. I was going to intimidate him, and it worked. And it scared him, and I think he's gone. I think he ran all the way into the crop fields, and he's gone, and I saved the day. And you taught me that. Do I get my black belt now?
We'll consider it. No, normally it takes a lifetime of master, but that one act of bravery is surely enough.
I got it in 9 years. Yes, this is great. Goes and joins the other kids.
Now, if there aren't any more bandit attacks, we can begin today's lesson. Today we will. We'll learn proper stances, proper foot placements to ward off bandits.
Grantley's like, oh, I don't even have to pay attention. I've already done this.
And since young Master Grantley, I'm going into the popish accent too easily. Young Master Grantley is such an expert. Why don't you show us the stance that you used?
Oh yeah, I did. I just did, but I'll do it again. And you spend the morning going over this sort of routine. Go ahead and make a performance check.
Every stance he makes, I correct.
Go ahead and make a performance check as you were essentially performing.
Yeah.
In your teaching, you're kind of like leading this group of people.
18.
Luckily, they're kids. They're not tough, so you didn't even need that. You probably could have made it with a 6. So you do pretty good. You have a good, no problems. Your game plan's there. Everything's good. Everything's great in Medowfen. And that's the game. Good night, everybody. No.
In the back of my mind, though, I'm making note of the so-called bandit that he saw.
Yes. Okay. It's not It's not that you don't believe him. It's just that he
Yeah.
is obviously prone to exaggeration.
I've heard the rumors.
Yes, and obviously, rumors of the things around. After a little bit of time goes by, everybody's been meandering about a bit. Something happens. You start hearing something in the distance. Oh, I had this in the different music place. Sorry, I set all this up a while ago. Oh, there it is. I found it. Never mind. Start that over. Coming down the opposite side of the town. It's not a bandit, but a familiar face. There's commotion in the village square. A wounded strig woman limps towards the Medowfen elder's home, staggering and catching herself on the side of a well. She is bloodied, and her tawny feathers are singed and flecked with ash and soot. Rikki, you see this person, or the strig, as you were the closest. What do you do?
Are you okay? I'm gonna check to see if, we'll check her wounds.
As you go to try and check her wounds, she kind of like bats you away from like that. As he's like, "No, I must speak to the elder. We're all in grave danger. Grove has taken an entire town."
Who's taking an entire town?
The Grove. Basically the Scorched Grove, the area that's still essentially on fire.
Here, we'll go to the elder. I'll help you there.
As you do this, Vim and Perry, close enough to see this if you want to follow or just watch.
Yeah,
Great
I think
Father's
until
definitely come out to take a look.
Vim has been like not like interrogating Perry, but just being constantly interested in everything about him. Like, is that a thing you play? Vim cannot play. All the bit instruments break.
You two probably have. Oh, go ahead.
As you said, we probably see the entrance of this figure and go, something's happening.
Oh boy, you better check on her.
Great Father comes out. One of the kids at the window sees something going on. Everybody rushing to the town square, and Grady's like, "I bet the bandit's back. I gotta go save the town!" And he runs out. Quilton, do you go out and follow?
I will. I kind of look out the window, see the commotion, and like all the kids are probably getting excited, and I go, oh, everyone just stay calm. There seems to be a little bit of a commotion in the town square. Everyone, practice your stances. Don't hit each other. No hitting.
As soon as you leave, there's like a Three Stooge thing going on in the corner.
Yeah. I'll catch a glimpse of Grantley running up to this wounded woman, and I go, just continue what you're doing. You know.
Bandit, that's the bandit. It attacked Kara.
Calm down.
And it's very obvious to you, Quilton, that Rikki is.
I caught him right
helping.
at the moment where it looks like she's about to stab him, but it's actually helping him up.
You grab Grantley here, able to see what's really going on, so you prevent him from kind of intervening.
I grab his cloak so he doesn't run forward. I go,
yeah.
Says, what did we remember your lessons about running into danger? And I go,
yes, run into danger.
No, it's opposite of what I said.
I failed that lesson. I'm sorry.
He goes,
at the go ahead.
I'll say, well, how about you assist me rather than running into danger?
All right. Kind of hides behind you.
I'll let go of his hand, and I'll walk up to the. I won't like walk up to them, but I'll kind of.
You're getting close enough to see.
Yeah,
because Kara's
I'm not going to put myself in the situation, but I'm going to observe.
Yeah, Kara's basically really wants to get to the town elder.
Yeah.
And as you do, coming out of the elder's house. At this moment, a wizened Gallus, who was essentially a chicken or rooster folk, who was sitting on her front porch, rises and pulls open her door, waiting for Kara to come. Kara cannot carry herself anymore. Beckons you to come on in.
I'll carry Kara.
Carry Kara.
I'm pretty sure she has enough strength to do that.
Yes. Great Father goes on in as well, actually. It's a bit of a... He knows a bit of medicine, he's got a bit of fire knowledge, so, he knows how to treat burns. So Vim, Perry, and Quilton. Do you just stay out here, sort of look in through the windows? What do you do?
I probably would have sort of started to head towards Great Father, but I would have noticed that sort of more intense look in him, and he's obviously a bit more distracted, so I'm not going to interfere with him, but I do sort of follow behind.
Okay, so you do join in.
Cause the trouble.
That's where he got all his knowledge from.
Is Great Father like an elder of the town?
Say that he's not quite an elder. He's he's elderly. He's not old man elder. He's sort of the wise, still strong guy. He's not quite.
He's a whippersnapper, though.
Old. Yeah. Quilton, Perry and Quilton, do you join in as well, or at least nearby enough to see what's going on?
I'm trying to stop.
Yeah, Perry will.
I'm trying to stop Brantley from spying, because it's rude.
Well, okay, yeah, you'll stay out with Grantley then. Then we'll say that Grantley gets by you and runs into the doorway, the thing, just to see what's going on. As everybody crowds around the one house. And ShortStack, what were you saying?
Oh, I also joined in the crowding.
Okay, everybody's crowding. Some of you are with the Elder and Kara. Some of you are near enough by to see what's going on. You're all essentially inside. Great Father starts doing, some medicine, what would be the equivalent of a medicine check, applying first aid, applying burn wound, burn aid, etc. Arduin approaches Kara. It's clear that you have endured much, my child, the respective Gallus says. She looks around. But we must know what happened out there. Please tell us. Kara's a bit still frazzled, nervous. She explains. The fires in the Scorched Grove, they spread to the hillside of Ashborough, and it's gone. You razed it to the ground. All the houses, everything. It's like gasp murmurs among the crowd. Anybody can get out. Most of them took to the roads. But fires weren't enough. The bandits kidnapping folk. I barely got away, and others weren't so lucky. She's not the only one that went out. There was a group that went out, and she's the only one that's come back so far. I see. This is serious. The Elder kind of steps to the crowd and is like, all right, no need to panic. We need to give her rest, get all the information, story straight. I'd like everybody just to go back to their normal day and keep everything calm and carry on. Everybody's, people are worried at first. They start to spill out nervously, but they realize they can't really do much here, and they're not going to get any information while Kara's being tended to. But Arduin does point to a couple people. Rikki, Great Father, Perry, Quilton. You four stay. And come here.
Aye.
Obviously, Vim, as Great Father, has decided is now being said, you're sticking near him, and Grantley is sticking near Quilton. So
I'm not a part of the group, but I'm staying in earshot sort of thing and just watching and listening.
Yeah, how's Grantley reacting to this situation?
A little bit like Vim, but a little more afraid, because, like, he doesn't know where the beef... He thought it was just going to be bandits.
Yeah.
And especially Rikki, since Rikki was the bandit he scared off, but, like, he's seeing that happen, and then he's hearing other bandits and fire. He doesn't really know what's going on, so...
I place a hand over his, and I go, don't worry. We'll get to the bottom of this, but I need you to keep me safe. So why don't you join me?
Alright. Head on in. The Elder basically understands the seriousness of the situation. It'll give me a little bit of time to find exactly what happened, but I think we have a very serious matter on our hands as she talks to the four of you, sans Vim. I think we need to send warning to the Birdfolk Council in Alderheart. The Birdfolk Council, as you would all know, is essentially... it is a council of birdfolk that are essentially the ruling sort of government of the area, in a sense, the leaders of the area, the diplomats, and whatnot. They are in the great free city of Alderheart in the center of the Humblewood. If the Scorched Grove is gone, that's one thing. If bandits, kind of looks a little bit at Rikki, slight glance, a little, tiny bit, and bandits are kidnapping people. We have two problems on our hand that are going to be compounding on each other. I would like you four to make the dangerous journey to Alderheart and tell them of what's going on. Four of you are probably the only ones here that could still make it. Quilton, you are, well, a seasoned veteran of fighting. Perry, you're from Alderheart. Excuse me. Perry, you're from Alderheart. You know how to get there and get around. Rikki, you might be able to quell any bandit attacks with your, well, being a Mapach. And Great Father,
you're saying all bandits are Mapachs?
Well, she is a Mapach and a bandit, so even if she's not saying that, she's still right.
Saying she knows the street lingo.
Yeah, more or less. She'd be able to get the eyes and ears, a scout, whatever. She'd know how to avoid certain situations just because she knows the ins and outs of bandits. And Great Father, you understand fire more than any of us. And, well, Great Father kind of like stands up and is like, yeah, but I will just slow them down. I can't go anywhere with this leg. What am I supposed to do?
I don't know if you realize, but I am incredibly old. I haven't ventured far outside the town in years. I agree that Alderheart has to be warned, but I don't know if my old knees agree.
Grantley comes up and is like, Master Quilton, are you saying you can't save the day?
It might be a young person idea. Young person adventure.
You're right. We should stay here and not do anything, Quilton. Yeah, come on, let's go.
I don't feel like
Joey's out of the game. Joey quits.
I feel like adventuring today.
Arduin steps up and says, I understand that for both of you, but these are dire times.
Like, you put the names of the characters.
Oh, yeah. Are they visible on the icons at least? They are not. I'm sorry. I usually was... You know what? I set them such a way so they wouldn't be there initially and would reveal them, and then forgot because I did this like 3 weeks ago. There you go.
Big
it's
reveal.
Kara Storm.
Sure.
Kara Stormsinger is the person who came in, and the Elder is Arduin. Excuse me.
As Grantley says, like, don't you want to protect the town? My hand goes over the pendant that I'm wearing around my neck. And I go, well, I might have one last trip in me.
Yeah,
gonna-
one last one, Mr. Quilton.
Always wanted to see Alderheart one last time. Before my birthday, which is in 2 weeks. Remember that, Mr. Grantley.
2 weeks from retirement.
That's when I retire. My car's paid off.
Here, take a look at the picture of my dog.
House insurance, car insurance.
Boy, I can't wait to
Love 'em.
sail that boat.
I can sail on the flying boat. I go, I think I might have the strength in me for a trip to Alderheart, especially with these young whippersnappers
Well,
taking me along the
that's
way.
good for you, but Great Father speaks up. That's good for you, but I'm still a little. I will slow even you down. His leg is enough that he is walking with a limp, and that he definitely would be a problem if you did come on the bandits. If he was fine, or he could be brought there initially, it'd be fine.
Is he a member?
Is
he a member of
Go
the Is he a member of the Tenders?
You wouldn't know.
Well, I live here.
If he hasn't disclosed it.
Okay.
As far as you know, he is not.
All right.
But yeah, he has his Vim as you. I gotta get past those stings. Vim, as your ears perk up, his Great Father says, I still can't do it. And Arduin says, but you are the only one who have the most expertise of fire. What else is gonna happen? Vim, your ears perk up.
I've been sort of like not stealthily stealthing, just behind a stall.
Getting closer and closer and closer.
Yeah. And at this point, I'll just sort of enter the group in entirety, and sort of tug on the back of Great Father's cloak. You've taught Vim all you know. Maybe Vim can do this for you in your stead.
Hey, you're still young.
Hey,
Looks over. Go ahead, Perry.
if it's any consolation, I'll look after the kid.
He kind of looks at Quilton and Rikki and you, Perry. He's like, looks back at Kara, injured Kara. Like, it's true, and Vim here he could take my place. Keep him safe. Stay safe, Vim, and remember what I taught you about control. I can stay here and tend to Kara's wounds. Grantley steps in and says, and I can help take care of Great Father, protect him from bandits. I'm a really good bandit fighter, right? Right? Points over at Rikki.
I'll give him a thumbs up.
Yeah. He kind of like flinches a bit as he goes, that's just thumbs up. Okay. Yeah.
This young Master Grantley here is the town's best protector for sure.
I'm gonna get my black belt soon.
Can I
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
ask to roll an insight on like just everyone's, just sort of like a not a group insight roll, but like a reverse just insight of the what everyone's saying about Grantley being a good
Okay, so trying to figure. Okay, yeah, roll a general insight check. 20. Yeah, this kid is definitely not black belt material. He's not that, but he is more than willing. In the same way that you are really interested in controlling fire and using that in such a way, he wants to protect the town. He wants to do that.
I can see some of myself in his sort of eagerness.
Yes, minus the fire. Alright, it's agreed then.
Well, young Kara, How much time do we have till the fire spreads?
No telling. It's probably plenty of time. Plenty of time before we have to. They'll come here, but
The trek to Alderheart will not be a short one.
I think the bigger problem right now is the bandits. But the fire, if left unquelled, well, eventually will come get us. But I don't think the fire's going to be immediate danger to any other town nearby.
I've dealt with bandits in the past, but that was years ago.
And these sound like flame bandits.
No, they're two different things. I mean, if they were flames and bandits, I'd. And she just faints. No, okay. Grandfather goes over to tend to that. All right, it's agreed then. This is the music I actually meant to use. It's agreed then. The four of you, Rikki, Perry, Quilton, Vim, shall make your way along the road, past Medowfen, out of Medowfen, past Winnowing Reach, into Alderheart. Talk to the Birdfolk Council, and tell them of what is going on. Sounds like we have a lot of problems on our plate. It's a little lost for words. But you are all able to essentially gather up whatever supplies you need, whatever you want to do before you go, and you can head on out. So, is there anything you'd like to do?
Well, before we go, we'll go up to Rikki and go, well, you must be the fearsome bandit that was going to rob the market, but I'm doing it obviously in like a jovial way. It's like that my young pupil so heroically defeated you in combat.
Yes, quite heroic.
But in all seriousness, when you arrived in town, I was a little spectacle of your I know I'm saying that wrong, of your intention. But you seem a good folk. But why do you think the bandits have been more active on the roads as of late?
I don't know, and there's usually some lines we don't cross, and kidnapping's one of them, but I've been gone for a while, and who knows who's in charge now.
Did he mention kidnappings?
Yeah, so some of the people that were the refugees from the town had been essentially kidnapped. That's the bandit problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Rikki, you have been out long enough. That is correct. That this does not sound like the bandit MO. At least not to this degree, to this amount, I'd say.
This seems like well beyond normal bandit behavior.
Yeah, it definitely does. I'd kind of like to get to the bottom of it and put an end to it.
Usually they're just trying to get by, but
There's
kidnapping
no
people.
excuse for kidnapping.
Perhaps these two. I need to get my voice. Perhaps these two situations are not entirely dissimilar from each other.
Maybe not.
We're not so different, you and I.
One a bandit, one fire. Together we can be bandit fire.
Everything changed when the fire bandits attacked.
And I've seen you around. Vim, was it?
Yes, Vim has lived here not as long as many people, but Vim likes this place.
I've seen you playing with the flames.
No.
Well, I may be old, but my eyes still work. You play a dangerous game.
Vim hasn't been in trouble in a long time.
Neither have I. Neither have I.
It's good that the two Mapachs are in good behavior.
Let's go, Chaos Crew!
And, young Mr. Perry, you're the one that, cleaned out my chimney. Not 2 nights ago.
Aye, that'd be me, Mr. Quilton.
Goes, now, whoever can clean a chimney and give a jaunty tune while doing so can definitely be trusted.
Ah, that's what my ma always said. But yeah, I'm happy to be of service. I'd been in the town a little bit, mostly traveling, but I want to do my part.
It has been years since I've traveled the roads. It's probably changed after all this time.
No, they're mostly still roads.
He has a point.
Sorry, I'm something around and mess something up.
Yeah, we must prepare for the journey.
All right. We can say that you can spend some time preparing the journey. Let's take a quick break, and you guys can choose what you would like to do, if anything. Take a bathroom break, get a snack. Be right back momentarily. A couple minutes.
Find a consistent old man voice.
It's going to be like every cartoon series that you watch, where you go back, you get used to this character after like 3, 5, 4 seasons.
Well, because
you go back and season 1, episode 1, and he sounds like crap.
I have my crazy old man voice, but I don't want to sound crazy.
You gotta find that beautiful medium between your Mr. Miyagi and your Uncle Bear.
I know karate. Stay back, young whippersnappers. Yeah, I just need to be a little louder. You can do stuff like this.
We lost Shorty briefly, it looks like.
Oh, no.
We hit the road.
On the road again?
Yeah, you pretty much are heading out. Actually, before that, back that up a little bit to actual world map. So you are over here in Medowfen. Alderheart is this big tree in the middle of the forest. You can see that you are obviously between the Scorched Grove and the Mock Fields, but you're pretty far enough away.
What did you just say, Joey?
What'd you say, Joey? What happened? What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh. Okay. Discord might have just been catching up.
Good.
I heard eyelashes and raccoon.
Oh yeah, that was like a minute ago.
That was
Oh, God, yeah.
No, because
Wow.
it started... Yeah, that's so weird. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Discord. So if I just... For a second, it's Discord catching up.
We'll play into it that you're,
that was
lagging.
That was like 5 minutes ago.
Was it at a normal pace, or was it like?
No, it's just like there was nothing, and then all of a sudden I hear raccoon boobies.
we got some ventrilo harassment up in here.
Ashborough has fallen.
It's gone.
It's
not there. Hi.
But that's where Ashborough was, and you see there's quite a decent thing away. I don't think there is a scale on this map, but it's a big map. Your first step along this road, however, is Winnowing Reach.
It's 3 feet away. Ashborough was such a peaceful little town.
Yeah, but you're all small people, so 3 feet's a lot.
Yeah.
Widowing reaches just before the forest sort of... Excuse me. Just before the forest sort of... So now, with that, we can continue onto the road.
I will say, though, where that... Ashborough was such a peaceful little town, but always quite dangerous living so close to the Scorched Grove.
You would all know that the reason that what is so close to Scorched Grove is that the sort of ash-filled soil there is very fertile. And so it's a bit of a risk for farming up there, but it is a good harvest.
Vim hate ash. It get everywhere.
Yeah, no, hopefully they made it out all right over there. Yeah.
That's why I settled in Medowfen, a good distance away from the fire.
Go on. So Joey, that's it?
Well, I guess, yeah.
There's no moral to this story.
Yeah, I just don't like fire. I want to be away from it.
As you're heading out, you can see the giant plume of smoke in the distance that has been sort of plaguing the area for, a week or so.
Yes, now
Far enough away.
Yes, now we know what that plume of smoke was.
It'd be probably off screen left, so you still see this bright, sunny Pokemon background-esque type beautiful roadway.
We just need to make sure we don't get in front of anyone, otherwise they want to fight us.
I would say maybe the black smoke is probably feels a bit, if you were closer to it, similar to what Vesuvius must have been, not Vesuvius, but Pompeii must have been like.
Has there been any?
Yeah, there you go.
Has there been any smell of smoke in the air recently, or?
You're far enough away that it's probably dispersed. Like your area isn't smoky.
No.
Remember that time, like a year or two? I think it was like 2 years ago, where at least in the U.S. we had massive wildfires in Canada and out in the Midwest, and the smoke was reaching us to the point where air quality was bad. We couldn't smell anything. We couldn't do it, but you could feel it. And it's probably like that. It's a little harder to breathe than normal, but not to the point where it's going to be a problem because of how far away you are. As you're traveling, eventually you see in the distance, what's everybody's passive perception? Oh wait, no, I wrote that down. I got a thing. The highest passive perception is Vim. Vim, you see in the distance what appears to be a cart on the road. It doesn't have... It's more like a rickshaw type thing where it's a hand-pulled cart. There's no horse or donkey or anything like that. You see the cart, and you don't see anybody controlling it or riding it or anything. It looks like it's parked. As you're getting a little closer, you see a couple of figures. It looks like one figure is on the ground, and 3 figures are surrounding that figure on the ground.
Oh, everyone, Vim, see up ahead, people. I think they're hurting someone.
Should have picked out some music for this. Oh, I do.
I'll grab my walking stick and I go, someone does seem to be in need of assistance.
Yeah, let's go.
You can all start seeing this as it looks like there's 3, Mapachs attacking what looks to be some sort of catfolk. Catfolk is on the ground, defending themselves. Yeah.
Oh no, the cliches are right. You turn the volume up.
As you're getting closer, who is sort of leading? Give me a marching order, or it doesn't have to be single file, but
turn the volume up.
I'll take lead. See if I can defuse the situation.
So Rikki's up front. Who's next?
I'll kind of go beside her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be close behind.
Okay.
Should we do like a 2x2?
That works. You all fall into the trap. It is a 2x2 trap now.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
Can you turn the volume up a little bit?
Yeah, I'm. Boop-a-doop-a-doop.
I just wanted to pick up on the recording.
No problem. Yeah, it's a weird balance between my volume and its volume and like my personal volume. So, that's good. 3 hooded figures are gesturing violently at a crumpled body on the ground, while a 4th is leaning against a nearby tree.
Do I recognize any of them?
Make a history check. Well, you don't, but you sort of. You don't, but you recognize the MO, more or less. Like, this is definitely bandit activity, but you do not recognize any of the individual people. The person, the folk to the side, against the tree, is not a Mapach, but a Vulpin. And, oh my god, Bloomborough from Magic the Gathering. So much good artwork, except that, like, only 2 or 3 races are equivalent. And those ones are generally the size of actual animals, but some of them, perfect for this. Oh my god, chef's kiss.
They came out at just the right time for this.
Perfect.
What?
It's like...
Oh, is this from Magic the Gathering?
Yeah,
that's from the Magic the Gathering.
They came out with an animal people.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Rip off.
As are these ones, too. These are like tokens for bandit things. Bandit raccoons. I'm like, yeah, they're perfect.
Funnily enough, they are mostly like bandit raccoons in
yeah.
this as well.
It's perfect.
I noticed the I wasn't sure if
they're
this
all
was
like scroungers.
I didn't know if the border was Humblewood border or like custom or what. But okay,
yeah, the border itself is the border that came with the tokens on here. I took that image of one of the ones that just had words on it.
Yeah.
Cut out just the the border and then put our other image on there so it kind of fits seamlessly. So put a lot of work into just getting those up there.
Good job, Mark. Let's continue.
Yeah, now let's kill them and you never see them again.
Where did I tell you about violent?
As you approach the 3 strangers who were gesturing at the body, you can see the pointed faces of Mapach under the hoods. 2 male and 1 female. Each wearing worn leather armor and a short sword on their belt. The 4th, an intimidating Vulpin female, is lightly armored and wears an ornate sword on her hip. She seems to be hanging back, letting her subordinates do all the work. You hear a whimpered, "Help me," from the catfolk. From the creature laying on the road.
This is a very fair fight. I'm going to call out to them.
Yeah, we know, that's the idea. They go back to doing it. The Vulpin steps forward as you are trying to interject there. It's like, no, that's alright, we've got this. Takes a quick look at you after as saying that. I was like, oh, you're not. What are you? That was tricky. Alright, you folks move along. Move along if you know it's good for you. Kind of like shoos you away. What do you all do?
I never knew what was good for me.
Yeah, well, I can tell from your, wardrobe there. You gotta have the finest clothing, the finest cottons, silk.
So what are you wearing?
The best.
Huh?
She has a rather very fine, nice, like, well, show her again.
I've seen better than my bed sheets.
I wish I had bed sheets that good. Wait, that was an insult. No. I'll give you one last chance. Move along. Can someone please help? Just gets pummeled on the ground as one of the other Mapach bandits starts going up after, like, scrummaging through the cart looking for stuff, just throwing stuff to the side.
We're definitely not going to let you beat this poor catfolk up.
Yeah, I peek around Rikki and I don't think they're enjoying that. I'd like it if you would stop, Finwood, please.
Oh,
if it's one thing that I definitely do not like, and I take out my cane, I take one end and pull a short sword out of the hilt, from the hilt, and I go, one thing I don't like is a bully. Let's make this a fair fight, youngins.
No, hey. I'm not a bully. We're not bullies. We're opportunists. And we're going to take this opportunity to teach you a lesson. Get 'em, boys and girls. She steps back to her thing. We are going to... clickety-clackety. Roll for attackety. Please roll initiative.
That's probably a little too aggressive for Quilton. Okay.
Could be a wooden sword, a botani.
Are we selecting tokens, or are you tracking it?
If you do it on... Oh, right. So if you want to do it like that, I'll go ahead and bring up the initiative tracker. I forgot to tell you that you should have your initiatives set up in Roll20, where's the... initiative tracker. I completely forget where the initiative tracker is. I'm not used to this. Turn order. There it is. All right. Oh, yeah, they're piping through. So if they don't, just let me know and we'll get that through. But you do have... I did set up your initiatives on Roll20. So if you click... And I set up a macro. So if you click your token, in the top left, you'll see of the screen, you will see 3 little buttons. A fencer, an emoji for a fencer, a glove, and then like a receipt paper. The fencer and the glove are both initiatives. One is hidden and one isn't. The receipt paper just lists stats and whatnot. So if you don't want to use D&D Beyond, you can make sure that you're always going to click your token, and then click that. Perry is now dead. Great.
Sorry, no, I don't know how to. I don't know what you're talking about.
Click your token, and then look at the top left of the screen.
Okay, gotcha.
Do you see 3 little buttons of the window?
I only see the little fencer.
Yeah,
okay. The fencer should be more than enough. That one will also take your initiative and then throw it onto the turn order.
The initiative I already rolled, or
it'll do a new one, but we can give you the initial if you want. Either way, give it a shot.
I clicked on it.
Before we start, I have a query for anyone that's interested. Because I have the alert feed, I have initiative swap. So if anyone wants to go later, they can take my 6 and swap with me. If not, then I'm fine with sticking with 6. But any initiative we roll, you have the option of being like, actually, it would be better if I go in your place, or do you want to go in my place?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nifty. But nobody wants to?
Yeah, I'm fine with sticking with 6 if everyone's fine with going before me.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Yeah. All right, let's get Rat Battle going. First combat of the game.
Is that a derogatory?
Rat Battle? There's no rat folk. No, there's sorry, Gerbina rat folk. They're mouse folk. How about that? Frey hops over the fence and leans against the tree trunk. Their turn and just kind of like, go get him.
What's her name?
The Vulpin. That's what I said. Oh, good. And the cat folk got a 1. Perfect. This is actually great. Rikki, you were up first.
I can only move 30, so...
Oh, yes, and we are all on hexes. on most of these maps, so enjoy the new thing. I'm gonna do hex maps.
Hextacular.
Alright, I'm gonna... Can I go 60 if I double move?
If you dash, that would be your action, or yeah, that would be your action. I don't think you have or you're a fighter. You're not gonna be able to do it. So it would be your action to go that full 60 feet.
Hold on. I think that's... How many hexes would it be?
Each hex is 5 feet, so it'll be roughly, yeah. I'd say you can, you'd be able to get to this point if you wanted to move that full 60 feet.
I'm gonna move up here and shoot.
Okay, you move up there. You're good. Which one do you want to shoot at?
I'm gonna shoot at the...
I'll mark these with colors.
The red one.
Okay.
Tempted to shoot at the fox, but I won't.
Non-combatant right now, so I guess that makes sense.
That is gonna miss.
It actually sticks into the armor, and he flinches for a bit, but then he pulls the arrow out, or the bolt out, whichever you shot him with, and puts it there. You thought it almost hit him. Or, no, actually... That's his health. It still misses. Yes, it does. It misses by a lot more. But yes, it still misses. Out of my game, I forgot how to run these things.
Alright, that is my turn then.
Okay.
Before we progress, can I just address a query?
Go ahead.
Anything that refers to a cube in a spell's effect, should we treat it as if like a rhombus?
I will look up that. You can draw a cube with the ruler tool if we want to still, because it's like drawing a circle on a square map.
Yeah, Mark had to be fancy and use hexes. Or, hexes.
Yeah.
You're going to enjoy movement a lot better.
But
So we'd be able to still do
it's
that.
trying to
But yeah,
finagle if it's affecting a hex or not when we use a cube.
yeah. So I will, because this is a handicap on that until we look it up, because they do have ways of determining that. I will be generous.
Okay.
If you can fit them on there, and it would be in there in like a normal square, it's fine. Okay.
Yep. Good.
Anything else, Rikki?
Nope, that is all.
Okay, Quilton.
Right. I'll yell over to the bandits, and I go, well, I'm gonna give you one chance to be on your way.
Okay, we ignore it.
Yeah, well then. There you go.
Pass. I also pass.
Sort of like patting at my knees, like, okay, here we go. And there is a burst of wind behind me, almost instantly. I will
Super Saiyan.
will dash over
I'm getting more
here.
Roshi vibes.
Yeah. And that's my action. And I will oh, that is an action. Bonus actions?
How does switching a weapon work?
In the new rules, we're mostly going by, it's generally you have one free interact with item. Taking out a weapon as part of the attack can just be done. We'll play it by ear, but I'm not going to be super strict. This is not a super tactical group, so
you can take out an item as part of your action and stow an item as part of the same action.
yeah.
Okay.
So now you can canonically do that Japanese fighting style where they sheath the sword every time. They can go.
Yeah.
It's basically how we always did it, where you just don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you only need to care about it in like certain situations where certain people have certain.
I'm actually
feats.
gonna just go 30 feet, and I'm gonna cast. The wind kind of catches up to me, and I put out pull out a little hand gesture, and the wind starts to gather around me like a little miniature tornado, and I'll cast Gust Barrier.
Ooh. Please put that in the chat.
Yeah, this is a Humblewood spell.
Ah.
Oh. How do I get to show?
Show VTT after you click on it in the top right.
Yeah, there we go. I'm still doing it. Anyway,
When I have the text.
I'll display VTT. There we go.
There you go.
So basically, any
range-
range attacks have disadvantage, and any melee attacks have potential to get knocked back.
Okay. All right. Perry, you are now up.
Alright, so first off, who's next? Vim. I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Vim as my
Yep.
bonus. And Vicious Mockery at the leader.
The one that the Vulpin, the fox.
Yeah. I'm going to
Okay.
insult his clothing again. Just hey, Mr. Bedsheets. Maybe I can help you sew up that garish outfit you got going on there.
Hey, bits of bed sheets. Can I tuck you in? Probably
Yeah. Okay, that's so much better. You play Perry.
not. I will when you're absent for a game.
Hey, Mr. Bedsheet's gonna hang you out to dry.
There's a good one. There
Oh
you
my
go.
gosh.
We got a pun master, and he's playing the timid one. Vicious Mockery is, I believe, a saving throw. Is it a Wisdom save?
Wisdom 13.
Okay. 10. Fails.
Oh.
It's 1.
It's fine. The great thing about mockery is the debuff it gives.
So yeah, it's they're also oh yeah, they changed this to 1d6 psychic damage now. Disadvantage on the next attack roll it gives, so it has disadvantage.
And that'll be me.
Okay. The green Mapach bandit's up, and it's just kind of like it was an attack, so it's gonna just continue kicking the folk on the ground because it's not paying. It's focused on that one. So Vim, you're up.
If I may interject with
Yeah, I
what
just
Brody
saw.
did, she would have to move a little bit closer in order to do what
That's
she did.
fine. Go ahead and move a little closer if you wish.
Okay, thank you.
You have enough to move closer and then back if you want. So
Okay, yeah, I'll just.
I'd
I'd have moved up.
Okay.
and then move
Okay.
back.
Great. No, perfect. Getting lightning bolt orientation. Perfect.
The dragon swoops down and breathes a line of fire. Let's see. They're all within
Gosh.
60
Hard to
feet,
place
so I think Vim's gonna sort of play around and start to spark with his fingers, and then no, ready for set control, and then he's gonna instead put his hands on the ground, and he's gonna try and cast Entangle on the group.
Okay.
So it's, as it's described, it's a 20-foot square.
All right.
So this will include the cat, but I don't think they're going anywhere. Hell yeah. So, 20-foot square. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into difficult terrain. Each creature other than me in the area when I cast it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained.
Okay. 3 bandits. We'll go red, blue, green. 15, 19, 3.
Okay, number 3 does fail. The other 2 succeed. So,
Okay.
kept restrained until the spell ends. A restrained creature can take an action to make another athletics check against the DC again.
I usually have a quick pop-up that explains what each condition is, but I forgot to update it for the new rules, the 2024 rules, and I'm like, oh, I can't use those. So, but they're easily findable on character sheets and whatnot. Okay, I'm gonna say, let me actually test the catfolk. She will probably. Yeah, no, she passes. She's good. It's like you make it so they go up high, so they kind of not entangle the cat, but they try to get all three of the other ones that are standing. But unfortunately, only gets one of them.
So difficult terrain if they try and run away. So it'll be slow going initially, but
yes,
they should be able to get out if they choose to. And it'll eat a little bit of the movement of the other two.
Sounds good.
We'll say that's my turn.
That's your turn.
Yep. The full action to cast that, so.
No, I mean, we were saying it. Okay, the bandits are now like, what the... I'm gonna take 10 feet of movement to get out of there and just kind of like start heading in this direction. Can't quite get to Quilton, so it's gonna get as close as he can. And then... just gonna pick up a rock and throw it at Quilton.
That's messed up, man.
Yo. Dirty fighting.
Hey, alright.
Ew.
You're right. Takes out a short bow then and attempts to shoot Quilton.
Oh yeah, say something. Disadvantage.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he'll go. That's right, you have disadvantage on him too. So he'll go ahead and get the short bow. It doesn't see a rock around, but he gets that out as he's running. 6. Misses. It kind of like goes to the side and then just gets added to your tornado debris.
And then it flings into one of the wooden posts of that.
It flings into the tree right next to the Vulpin and just goes like blah, 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 like Bendy just did, like right next to Frey's face. And she's got a smile on her face like she's enjoying the show. Red is now going to go up, and he's going to be able to get up to you, no problem. And he's going to go ahead and take a short sword attack on you.
Okay.
There's a 17 hit.
It does.
Amazing. It doesn't have the damage in here. I'm gonna have to go back and update these because I can't click a
Great
damage
thing is,
thing.
that still triggers the effect of the cantrip.
Yep. Does it have the damage in the token?
It's got it in the Yeah, that's weird. Oh, because no, it's it should. It doesn't. It's not giving me the ability to click the. Yeah, that's so weird that it's not letting me.
Oh,
I will look at that later, but I can do it manually.
Yeah.
You take two slashing damage.
All right.
Why is it doing that?
As the short sword hits me, give me.
I know.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
You know what I bet it is, Joey?
Yeah.
It's either going to be there's a setting that needs to be set, or I don't see it because I don't own the game, even though I'm the GM. We will check this. We will check this out during the week. So he needs to make a what saving throw?
Con save.
Con save.
I thought you had full access to everything.
I do, and I have things in there, but I'm wondering if there's like we need to set something to roll damage, or we could just do that. We can say roll damage automatically. Yeah, we'll do that as a setting, but you've got to set the setting. 19.
Aw.
19. Right, the wind dies down a little bit. Nothing happens.
Just kind of gets some like dust in his eyes and kind of like spits like dirt out of his mouth. That's it. Alright. Catfolk is up, and she's just gonna like crawl a little bit away. Actually, back towards her cart and kind of just get a little bit away.
My saving throw would be, or their saving throw would be 10 plus proficiency plus wisdom.
It says in the link it's 12.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Save con DC 12.
Must be my wisdom. Yeah. Okay. I'm not a spellcaster, so my proficiency isn't part of it. All right.
Yeah. Okay. The Vulpine is just insult my bed sheets, will you? Well, have at thee. And she'll start running over here, and she will point at. Yeah, she'll point at Perry and just take a short sword out, kind of not quite a rapier. She should have a rapier, but she basically like on guards at you. It's like, come on, come at me, right to you, Perry. And she will take a dodge action. Rikki, you are now up, top of the round.
Okay. Let's see. 5, 10, 15. Oh yeah, I could definitely get between them.
All right.
Alright, I'm going to cast Sword on the one in front of me. I kind of want to grapple, but I won't.
It's fine. Just for a heads up, the way grappling works in the new rules is that you do an unarmed strike, and when you hit, if you hit with an armed strike, you can choose to either do unarmed strike damage, attempt a grapple, or attempt a shove. And the shove can be away from you or to the ground. Slightly different, but a little easier to manage. Go ahead, cast sword. $12. Just hits. You have mastery. I needed a quick refresher on that, because that might be a thing you can, I believe, use now. You do have mastery of the longsword, and you are using a longsword.
I think sap reduces movement.
Oh, you sap.
And then make bad jokes.
What's that? Mastery.
Or produce maple syrup.
There's 2 different damage dice on here. There's 1d8 plus 3 and 1d10 plus 3.
Oh yeah, so you have
two-handing it or one-handing it.
Yeah.
If you have a sword, you can only one-hand it. Or I mean, a shield.
Yeah, I am using my shield.
Okay, yep. So
Okay, yeah, so you're the 1d8.
Oh, the versatile, that's what that is. Okay.
Yes, sorry.
So if you threw
sap.
caution to the wind, you could go two-handed and get the extra 2 damage.
Load website so I can see what sap does. Just load. I just need you to load.
No.
Doesn't matter because you've done 11 damage to this guy, and you basically hit him with your sword. And since we are using Pokemon rules, you pretty much nobody's got really sharp swords here now, so you just smack him with the side of it so hard that he basically
blade him and him and knock him off into the brush on the side of the road, and just his legs are sticking out, kicking.
Yeah.
We hear the sound of a baseball being hit, just.
Sap. So what sap does, and this is definitely in your character sheet as well, if you hit a creature with this weapon, that creature has disadvantage on its next attack roll for the start of your next turn. So it's basically a vicious mockery.
Life right now.
Pretty much, yeah. Anything else, Rikki?
No, I think I only get 1 attack.
For now, yes. And you probably don't have any bonus actions at the moment, so okay.
That is all.
Quilton, you're up.
Here you go. Whoa, what a punch!
Woo.
I will. Oh, sorry, I was looking up sap too, so I wasn't ready. Shall do a short sword attack against the red bandit. 20.
30-20, that'll hit.
for 8 piercing.
How do you non-lethally pierce something? He's not going down, but how do you do that? You poke him in the eye.
It's magic. I don't know.
Oops, sorry. I misclicked.
I think your initiative's still good.
I slash them across their tunic, and as they look down in surprise, I will take my other hand and, with like a palm, give them a punch, a bonus attack.
Okay.
So as we said, as a monk, I can use a bonus action to do an extra attack.
Correct.
13.
13 will hit.
Hit. For 4 damage.
He goes against the slumps over the fence and just goes to sleep. The one thing I learned from Matt Mercer was how you should always try to describe what action's happening when they're attacking with weapons. And now I have to subdue that. Because it's hard to figure that how to nicely fake fight to describe stabbing somebody in the chest.
You don't want me to use if you don't want me to use a sword, I can do unarmed strikes.
No, you're good. You're good.
As we mow through the army of people, hitting them with the pommel of our blade.
But a little gust of wind will appear below me, kind of swirl around me, and I will land on one of these fence planks, like balancing on one
Yeah.
claw.
Oh, again, like a swan.
Yeah. No, crane, like a crane.
No, cranes pick things up with their claw. It's so weird.
A manifest!
Perry, I think you were still good with your 11.
I think it was 12 before, so it's not really changed.
Yeah, I think Green Bandit actually went before you, so...
That was 10 before. So.
Oh, it was 10, okay. So, yeah, you'd still
Was
be
it?
up.
I could have sworn the
Yes,
bandit was in between
they haven't moved
Vim
at
and
all.
I.
You're right, yeah. So we'll just put you in 8. Not that it matters. The bandit is just going to try and get away. Yeah. Bandit's just going to try and escape. Rolling an 11? Does an 11 get out of the DC, I think, was
No,
13,
my DC
so he's
is
probably sick. Oh, yeah, he is still stuck. And that's his turn. He's done nothing.
You see him go.
They managed to get themselves more tangled.
Okay, to the lead bandit, I once again go. You think I'm gonna go over there? I don't think so. But, you know, I can't really hear you anyway over the loud noises of your clothes. And that'll be another, vicious mockery.
Wisdom
Best I
save.
can do right now.
Yeah. 12. What's your DC?
Nope. Nope.
Nope,
It's 13 is...
He fails. She fails.
Big damage.
Do 5 damage. Hey! Hurt!
What?
Hurts!
Can't hear
This is-
you!
This is... Kind of gets visibly angry at that. Like, she's so angry, she, like, throws her sword down a little bit and accidentally stabs herself in the foot, and that's what does the 5 damage. Anything else, Perry?
No, that'll be it.
Vim.
Vim doesn't want to intrude on what these two have going on, so they're just going to skirt around behind and come over here, and then they're going to see that the one remaining bandit is sort of still stuck there, unable to move, and and seem to be surrounded, thanks to the entangle, by plenty of tinderwood. So they're going to produce flame and immediately throw it at them.
Okay.
So, which
It's like kid's first
There we go.
fireball.
I should be doing it at advantage, I think, because
they
they're
have advantage.
restrained.
Yeah.
They are restrained. They're not prone. So yeah.
Let me roll that. No, yeah, there we go.
I'm not quite
Okay.
that 20.
Rolled
but
it twice, so a 19 and a 20.
the fire damage, as we'll say, like the brush is sort of like somewhat catching on fire while this bandit's on the inside. We're just toasting.
Yeah, I was thinking the damage gets done not by them being burned, but by the roots catching and them getting like
Cough. Suffocation damage.
yeah, just go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Yeah. He's still up. Well, still restrained.
Yeah. He's getting drowsy though.
Anything else?
No, we'll stop there.
Yeah.
As I see the fire whiz past, though, I look at the source at Vim, and like I just make note of it. It's like I knew it.
Knew it.
I knew it.
He's got butterscotch.
Yeah.
Eliza is going to basically, the catfolk. We'll say that you see on the side of the cart, it says Eliza's Emporium traveling, and can't see the rest of it. So you assume this is Eliza. Which I'm gonna
I love Emporiums.
And she's just gonna go ahead and take whatever strength she has, stand up, and just smack this guy with her club.
She can handle herself too.
She should have advantage as well.
Yep. Yeah, she's just wailing on this guy. I'm probably gonna give her an extra
This is what you
attack.
get.
How does that feel?
Here we go. We're out here giving cathartic therapy to people.
Yeah, she does one attack. Oh, this is gonna annoy me.
I switched it to auto do damage. If me,
I probably have to refresh. So
yeah, I'm trying to refresh.
does 3. I'm gonna say that she does enough damage to just knock this guy out. Just smacks him. Because he's not going anywhere before it gets to you guys. Goes back to her cart. He says, "That was 3 for $1." Comes back. Frey, looking at the situation, kind of like is still in her like battle pose, and is kind of like getting ready to lunge, and basically then just turns around and starts to run. Remember the scene in Princess Bride where the six-fingered man is basically just about to do that and then just takes off down the hallway? It's that.
Yeah, like I'm there, like all like ready to attack him or whatever, and she draws her sword. And is like, whoop.
If this lady comes back as the big bad at the end, I have devoted my entire life to enacting vengeance upon you.
We are out of initiative. I'm going to refresh before I start music. She runs into the forested area. It is dense, and she is, as you see her go that way, she's able to like just dodge through brush and branches. Like this would be difficult terrain for any of you, even you, Quilton. And she's able to kind of get away. You can make chase if you want, but it's not the easiest.
I wouldn't. I'll put my sword back, concealed back into my cane.
Sorry you all had to hear that. Not my best work.
Yeah, we can workshop it. But I will, now suddenly very slow, walk over to, the Alurin, I think they're called.
Alurin, yes. So these are catfolk that are not native to... Whoops, she's not dead. Not native to Humblewood. They are mentioned, and I think they are coming out in they're either in Tales or they're coming out in Humblewood 2 as a playable race. Yeah.
Stay tuned. But I will walk over to her and go, "Well, you must be Eliza." And I guess she's not on the ground, but I'll
Yeah, she's started to dust herself off.
yeah. "Oh, allow me." And I'll use elementalism to create a breeze that kind of wipes the dirt away.
Hey, thank you. My whiskers, that was close. I thank you all for protecting me and my cart. My name is Eliza, as Eliza's Emporium, a traveling merchant, and I'm, I dare say, I'm on my way to Alderheart by way of Winnowing Reach. Would you be kind enough to help me the rest of the way? I can only assume you're going in the same direction.
Well, as fate
Very
would,
kind of like.
well, as fate would have it, we are heading in the same direction. Me and my traveling companions.
That's okay. Sorry, I saw the two bandit. I saw the two Mapaches. I thought they were bandits. Sorry. It's just it's been a tough day.
If she looks like panicked, I'll place a hand on her arm. And you go, oh, there's nothing to worry about. About here, we're seasoned travelers.
Vim is no bandit. Vim would never hurt anyone that does not want to hurt anyone else.
Oh, that's great. Who's them?
Is Miss Eliza okay? Is Miss Eliza hurt?
Oh, yes. Oh, you must be Vim. Yes. I'm a little hurt, but nothing I can't patch up. And it's been worse, but I feel a lot better now.
Vim will scuttle over and quickly cast Cure Wounds on them.
Oh.
Do you categorize? Well, that was
Oh,
unintentional.
yeah.
I was supposed to say categorize. Cauterize. Do you cauterize it?
I'll say don't go ahead and don't bother using a spell slot. We'll say that you have enough like just simple like a cantrip type thing to just help her along.
That's one of my biggest.
You use magic, but you don't use a spell slot.
That's one of my biggest peeves when like people start healing NPCs. I'm like, no, you don't have to heal them. Don't worry.
Usually I'm fine, but this is like level 1 first encounter. It was like yes,
I
like
give them the taster platter heal.
Yes. That feels much better.
If they want the real thing, they gotta buy the full product.
Starts licking her wounds the way that a cat does. Cat coughs up a hairball.
Is there any like beast of burden pulling this cart?
No, it's just me. I pull the whole thing.
It's quite.
It's on wheels. It makes it easier. Well, I mean, the wheels do most of the work.
Would you like some help there?
I would love it. Yes, thank you.
Perry goes up and takes her. He tips his hat at her and then picks up the cart, like where she was.
Are you a strong character?
Not at all, but he's very helpful.
A strong character can pull the cart.
Yeah, no. He's gonna try.
Okay.
I was half expecting, do you need some help there? Oh yes, well I'm sure we can find someone.
Go ahead and make an athletics check with disadvantage.
Quilton is on the cart. I go, my knees. We've been walking for 5 minutes.
You think you have it for a bit, and then Quilton jumps on the cart and kind of like he's on the backside of it, so the wheel kind of tilts the other way a little bit, and you get lifted into the air by holding on to the handles. Perry, and like, yeah, it's not gonna work for you. Maybe your, hollow bones aren't really the best for.
Hey, can't say I didn't try.
I wouldn't say it. It's all right. I pull this thing all the time. I've got quite the strength for that. It's just not much of a fighter. I'm a puller and a talker.
I can cast that. I can cast my breeze in the back. Maybe that'll help.
I don't have a sail.
No, like just from the back. So it's almost like a jet, but it's air.
Like a propeller, yeah.
Well,
I guess your jet. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll say that helps it along. And between the few of you, taking turns just to make sure that Eliza is not injured. Let's go ahead and take a break per player request, and it's okay. Anybody can take a call for a break whenever you want. Let's do that. We can see where we are and where we're going.
Okay.
As you head back on your way. Yeah, sometimes when I was typing up notes, I just come to this screen or play the music and fire from the screen and just have this on in the background because of how good it is.
Oh yeah, when I'm prepping, I always, well, not always, but I like to put on the background music I'll use, or I put on a Sun Dappled Trail from Tabletop Audio.
Yeah,
it's like one of my favorites. Yeah, used it.
Gosh, sorry, roommate cornered me.
Are you boxing them?
Boom! Not anymore.
Oh, okay. You should
Knock
see the
out.
other guy.
Ding, ding, ding.
You gotta cut me, Mick. You gotta cut me.
Believe it or not, the term bandit comes from the Italian word bandito.
That makes sense.
A bandito.
Referring to the bandit's toes.
Detoes.
And it was the very first bandito was Danny DeVito.
Puss in Boots.
He was his name was Bandit DeVito.
Bandito.
It's one or the other.
Bandito.
Something.
DeVito.
We better come up against a bandit called DeVito.
You gotta write that down now. DeVito. I'll get it in the recording. Okay, if we're all back, we got a little more we can do. Actually, let me grab another bottle of water. So
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
been recording for
Need a
about
bottle of water.
I've been
Boa.
recording for about an hour and 20. So, oh, sorry, 2 hours.
yeah, I was about to say we've been playing. We started the game about 2 hours ago, and we started talking about 3.
25 years.
25 years ago. Why do I do my voice better when I'm not?
Back in the day.
When I'm not actually playing.
Because you're when you're playing, you're thinking of what the character is going to say, which you're processing as well. And you, like me, probably just that takes a little bit more brain power and
exactly
messes
what it
things
is.
up.
You gotta have your anchor phrases, which is why I refer to Vim in the third person.
Oh, when I did voice stuff for cartoons, I always had a line that got me into the character because I can't get it. I say this one line and then it's like, okay, now I'm in character.
That's what I call my anchor phrase or something like that.
It's like anchor being special phrases. For Arc it was but Kerrigan, that controller has star stickers on it, and that was my anchor phrase because it has a lot of the inflections I use for Arc.
It's true. For my kobold, I was always like, "Hey, I'm Mowgli. This is my kobold voice. Literally, this is my kobold voice. Is part of my anchor phrase."
And then for like Tom Bombadil, it was like Lilo Tally Ho, Tom Bombadillo, Whoopadoo. That's kind of the voice I do for here, but I don't want to be too like over the top with it. Tom Bombadillo. Oh, now that like Rings of Power made like Tom Bombadil cool, I can't do that voice anymore. Like made him hot. Like I don't know how to think about it.
Oh
anymore.
no, they made it hot.
You got to do your hot old man wizard voice then.
What's that then?
Just like I have my hot librarian voice. Conan the librarian is so hot and he loves books.
He's hot in like the Samwise Gamgee kind of like wholesome hot.
All right, if we're all good.
Cut that part out where I call Tom Bombadil hot.
No, that in fact,
Enhance.
cut that out and put it right at the beginning of the episode without
That's the
context.
entire recording.
Replace that with the raccoon movie.
Let's add a baseline to it. Repeat it. Bombadil's hot. Bombadil's hot.
Bombadil.
Oh, it's getting late. We're getting loopy.
I haven't even had any alcohol today. I can't believe it. I usually at least make a little drink, but because of the food poisoning, I'm like, yeah, let me keep it.
Maybe pass for now.
Maybe pass
Yeah.
for actual poison going to my body.
All right. Back on the road. Probably got maybe a couple hours till you get to Winnowing Reach.
Well, I will spend a minute to construct, find a blanket, and tell Rikki or Perry or someone to here, hold this as high as you can, and I actually will make a sail.
Everybody can also get the. Go ahead.
Oh, I'll take the You said it's kind of like a rickshaw cart.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, I'll actually pull the cart so Eliza can rest.
We'll say that because of the sail, and that you're the gusting like that. We just need a driver now. So Rikki, you can easily. You don't have to make a strength check to see if you can pull the cart because now you can just basically just go along with it.
Maybe Perry can now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was gonna go all in on that. I was gonna use my scroungecraft and actually follow the orders.
That's what I was saying.
Create a working sail.
Let's say the Mapach's can do the
hell yeah, we can do.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's do that. We'll say everybody can get a short rest. If you need it.
You have a cart building montage.
Have a cart building montage. The Mapach.
Gonna paint that wagon. Gonna paint it good.
We can hillbilly Bob the Builder this.
Your version of Tinker's Tool, you have the ability to construct crude but functional versions of common items. So you can make a sail out of a blanket and some other stuff that Eliza had, some fence posts, whatnot.
And I say to Perry, it's you get on the very top there and use your wings to guide the directions.
You got it.
We never asked, was there anything, did we check what was on the
just
now
about to
sleeping banditos?
Had just remembered that. Was just about to ask you, so good on that.
We could use
the
gear to
the
make
three that are there, you looking around, you find pretty much just have leather armor and just poor quality short swords. You do find a coin purse on one of them with 5 gold pieces.
I'm not going to rob them personally.
Yeah, I say leave them with their money.
They very... Eliza pipes up and says, they could have just stolen that money from somebody else.
I say maybe we give it to Eliza here.
She
was the one who was inconvenienced, is all I'm saying.
That's fair. Can I tip each of you a gold for your, bodyguarding?
I mean, pull my other wing. I don't... Oh, no.
So yeah, it's you offer the 5 gold pieces to Eliza. She takes it and gives each of you a gold in turn as payment for the bodyguard. So everybody gets a gold.
Hell yeah, communism works.
I do also want to say, Rikki, you glanced a little bit at the Vulpin before she ran off. Give me a perception check. Let's say it's far away, so it would be a disadvantage, but you are familiar with some stuff that's going to cancel that out. So give me a straight perception check.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. You noticed that her sword was looked like it was a little better quality, but you pass it. You sense it as being she just like her clothes. She kept them nicer.
Yeah.
It was just ornate. Okay, with that, you all can start heading on the road. You're not too far from Winnowing Reach.
Before we do continue, I'm gonna any lace or any laces or anything in the bandits armor or shoes or anything, I'm gonna take them. I'll leave their armor and everything. I'm just taking the laces. It's a minor inconvenience.
Yeah, it's oh god, I want to fight, but this keeps falling off. And it just cuts to one of them and all the armor just falls off right away. Alright, you can very easily add some twine or laces to your other inventory if you wish. Other possessions. But yeah, they're just gonna be they're gonna wake up and be oh man!
They're in their boxers. It's oh jeez.
That was my mom's favorite lace. Wait, that sounds weird. Never mind.
It's all I had left of her.
It's like where's our stuff? And then you just see a plume of smoke in this rocket-powered cart zooming out in the distance.
Are they wearing shoes, or do we wear shoes in Humblewood?
I don't think so,
That's
no.
a good freaking question.
Okay.
The amount of work we're doing to this cart, we're going to turn it into like the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang mobile.
Yeah.
Does that give me an idea? Can I take their armor and like throw it over a tree branch so it's very easily visible?
Yeah, okay, so you basically like ransack them a little bit annoyingly. Nothing harmful,
Yeah.
but kind of
I
at
like
worst like a prank that they deserve.
I like the thought that you do these things, start coming back to us, and then go, wait, I have another idea. Go back. We think you're nearly done, and then we just see the chaotic energy behind your eyes. And you go,
Wait.
I can really.
That's how you get your short rest, is that it takes her that long before she
You
so yeah, you guys can take a short rest if you want to use hit dice or anything else, feel free.
Okay.
But the only person hurt was Quilton, so it's up to you. But yeah, you continue on. Eliza kind of starts up conversation. Just being like, so, why are you guys all going to Winnowing Reach or Alderheart?
Fire bandits
set up
attacked.
Oh yeah, they attacked me.
No, not these ones. These fire bandits attacked a different town.
Fire bandits? That sounds dangerous. I haven't seen any bandits on fire. I mean, I saw them on fire when you were fighting them, but I don't think it was the same.
Yeah, it's much as it might be a little hindering to your profits, I definitely would recommend you hiring an escort whenever you travel between areas.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate the concern. It's sometimes do, and I haven't had much of a problem. Must be like new. Well, in either way, I'm not going to be traveling across these ways too much longer. I'm hoping to set up shop in Alderheart. You know, they've got a couple of marketplaces in there, and it'd be really nice to just have my own shop. Liza's Emporium Incorporated. Yeah, that's it.
It's a lot of fancy words.
Well, first off, Eliza's my name, so easy enough.
He thinks Eliza still sounds fancy.
Oh, you're a nice one. Pats you on the head, and like a little puff of smoke comes out of your nostrils or something like that from the pressure.
It's like when people beat a really dirty
yeah.
rug. It's just.
As for our journey, I point towards the plume of smoke. I go,
You're not headed there, are you?
Staying as far away as possible, but the fires of the Scorched Grove have been expanding as of late.
That's not good.
Yeah, not good at all. We're heading to Alderheart to speak to the Bird Council.
You know the Bird Council?
Well, not personally, but once they hear that our town is in danger of being engulfed by the fire, we're hoping they send aid.
I mean, how do you plan on like getting like a meeting with them?
Well, once they hear oh, go ahead.
I might be able to help with that. That's where I'm from, so I might know some people to talk to.
Oh, I heard.
Young Perry here has some connections.
Oh, that's always good to have in a big city. Always
Yeah, he looks kind of nervous.
I heard
Maybe didn't know all bird folk know each other.
Hey.
I thought that. Well, I mean, they're always in the canopies, and see each other a lot easier in the sky. Maybe it was just
Who knows what goes on up there?
right. Just kind of like winks at you, Perry, knowing this is jest.
He gives a chuckle and just nods.
But I hear they usually don't. Like, you need like a summons or a letter of like, what's the word? A letter of recommendation or something like that. To get in to get it ahead of the bureaucracy. I mean, all this sounds dangerous, but I mean, there's got to be a lot of like cranks and weird people who've just come in and said, "Hey, I know how to get rid of the smoke. Why don't we just, not look at it?" They're not going to listen to that. They're not going to wait.
Have we tried not looking at it?
Once. Proved not to work, so I didn't do it again.
I look away. Let's see here. Smoke. Yeah, I still remember it.
Turn back, it's gone.
I'm looking the wrong direction. Oh,
Yeah,
what?
you overcorrected.
We've even tried not looking at the problem once, and it just got worse, and we had to move.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's okay. You're like me. It's just wherever you are, you're home, or you're traveling between where you're going, and it feels like home. Then it's home? I don't know. I'm not really good at saying things. I'm good at selling them.
Well, if you want to be a good seller, you have to be a good speaker. Give them the old razzle-dazzle with your words.
Oh well, I get into this weird vibe when I'm like actually doing the marketing side of things, and it's not there unless I do it. I gotta say my anchor words where it's like, hip hip cheerio. All right, now we're gonna make a deal. It's weird. It works like magic.
Gotcha.
Him will make a deal. He just immediately got transfixed by that.
See what I mean? I could sell him the sale, and he made the sale. How much you want for the sale, Vim?
Wait, is
Other way around.
The sale?
See, I fell out of it. I wasn't. I got distracted and fell out of it. I got to stay in the zone. This is why I need my own shopkeep.
What kind of things does Miss Eliza sell?
Well, just general things that adventurers and travelers would need. I'm a little low on stock right now as I'm traveling between things. I'm planning to collect some stuff in Winnowing Reach and then basically get what I need, connections to suppliers in Alderheart, if all goes well. But, things, bits and baubles and useful things and useless things.
That's the thing.
As you make your way down the road, terrain on the left side changes considerably. Beyond the lush green trees lining the road, you see glimpses of burned stumps and ash-covered fields can be seen. It looks as if a massive fire recently ravaged this place. You see,
Are we close to the Scorching Grove?
This is not the Scorched Grove as much as it's probably a recent fire.
Just unrelated, or not unrelated, but just another fire in the area.
It's a fire that's not part of the region, would be it. So yeah, that'd be a good way of putting it.
I look at it. I look at it with concern.
Vim, you being having a 15 passive perception, start seeing a lot of you start seeing a cloud of what doesn't look like smoke in the distance. It looks like creatures. And Vim, you having the 15, this cloud of creatures seems to shift a little bit. Change course. And changes course again and starts flying towards you all.
Vim sees a cloud that isn't smoke that's moving towards us.
Huh? What the?
A swarm draws near. You can see it is composed of hundreds of tiny flying creatures, each one resembling a bat with a candle-sized flame sprouting from above its upturned nostrils. The combined heat of their bodies can be felt on the wind. Go ahead, Joey.
I was going to make a joke saying they're
sorry,
Reben from Dublin.
I don't know what these things are. Give me more sci-fi. Basically, this looks like a swarm of bats that are radiating heat of some sort. They look maybe a little bit of flame. These could be the fire creatures that were mentioned earlier in the intro. Or
fry, my pretties, fry!
Is this like something we would know about, like elemental like
You
bats
would-
or ravens? Or
Yes, these would not be. This would not be unusual.
Yeah.
It is not common.
Oh, they're probably more contained to the Scorched Grove most of the time.
Yeah,
I
that's the
imagine.
thing, is that they're
Yeah.
they're making further advances. With that, went to the wrong one. Goes back a little more. Is that you've got, and I forgot, Eliza. You've got a few seconds. You've got noticing them coming towards you. You're able to shout out what's going on, Vim, and can prepare.
Are they heading towards us?
Yes, they are heading towards you. I would give me a moment. I would mean to put Eliza on here, and I'm pressing all the wrong things. But
They're panic looking.
yes, a little bit. But it's okay. I gotta go. But I need roll for initiative, please.
So-
Right, let's try out the fencing guy.
Yes.
So these are swarms.
Ugh.
Yes. Where is the initiative trigger list? Turn order. There we go. So much easier it is with macros. Macros, they make your life better.
I clicked the wrong things again, and it's gone for
Okay.
me.
Well,
You can go ahead and, well, you click on your icon and it will come back.
Oh, okay.
Or your token.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. It's tied to the token because it's pulling in info from the token's character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll say that you guys are all kind of bunched together, a little closer than normal.
So these are like swarms of bats.
Yes, these are two swarms. I want to make sure you get. Okay, Perry got an 8, so I will add you add turn.
does anyone want to go as a 12, or are people happy with what they got?
I don't have any range attacks, so maybe better if you go first.
I can swap with you then. Yeah. Oh wait, no, you're already behind me.
Yeah.
I'll switch with you because I don't have range either. So
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, you do. You have the
That's fine then.
crossbow. Or the short bow.
Might have to equip it.
No, I'm gonna switch. I'd rather
Okay.
them get close and melee than shoot.
Looks like the one that's moving before your turn will. It won't matter anyway. They're either going definitely before us or after all of us. So
Yeah.
it doesn't look like switching will actually do much.
So when you switch
Yeah, that's
weapons,
true.
don't actually unequip it and stuff. Just leave it on your character. You don't have to worry about.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I've been doing.
Okay, yeah, you don't have
Okay,
to
yeah.
actually worry. I had one player who was unequipping everything every time. I was like, no, don't worry about it.
That was literally me in Starfinder.
Yeah. This ain't no Starfinder.
But I mean, I had to because it adjusted my speed automatically, so
That's true.
Yes.
yeah.
Sometimes there's reasons to do it, especially if it's like, magical items or things like that. But yeah, it's other times you can just use the ones that you generally use to keep equipped. Okay.
That's good.
But yes, there's just swarms of hundreds of flying creatures, each resembling tiny bats with candle-sized flames. So it's a little flying Charmander. I am not up to stuff on my Firebird Pokemon. But use your
cute.
imagination.
Kind of cute.
You were able to prepare yourselves, so there's no surprise round, and they'll do this. So the first swarm, red, is up. It's going to fly. We're gonna say that it gets to here before it can do anything, because it can't really do much otherwise. You know what? It is going to get to here with we'll say a full dash and hover above a couple of you folks. Rikki, you are up. You are far enough away, so you're good. You are up, Rikki.
Alright, I'm gonna move here and attack the... How far up is it?
It has flown down. It's maybe... You can definitely reach it, like climbing on the cart and like smacking them. It's within 5 feet of Eliza and Quilton, so you're good.
They're just like harassing the base above us.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna attack it.
There we go. With a 24, that'll hit. Full damage 8. As there's a swarm, it is resistant to this, and you do about 4 damage to it. You take out about four little bats that are flying around in there. Anything else?
Nope. That is all.
Alright.
Why is it rolling 2d8 whenever I click on that?
It's rolling for both your one-handed and two-handed modes as one attack. It looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
So
if you roll to
yeah.
attack and you can say, actually this is a two-handed attack, then it doesn't matter which one,
Yeah.
which side.
Oh, okay.
I think there are some buttons in the actual weapon when you open up the panel itself that let you pick either
You
or,
probably toggle
but
it, yeah.
yeah, either way we can tell. Vim, you are up.
Alright, I'm gonna be weird, because Vim's not
What do you
sure
think?
if anything he can throw at this will hurt it, because they are fire, so I'm gonna see what happens if I use the Elementalism ability to spray
Ooh.
cool mist of water at them.
Okay.
So it's nothing, let's see, can I display? Yeah, there it is. So it's the beckon water, you create a cool mist within a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
I want to see if that sort of, I don't know.
You cover the swarm, and it sort of like the fire sort of evaporates or boils the mist at the same time. Not entirely, but it creates a bit of a fog cloud around it. But the swarm does not seem deterred by it.
Okay. Fair enough. In that case, you know, just in case they need to, these things fly and whatnot, I will quickly head over to Rikki, and I'm gonna give them the jump spell.
Is that a bonus act? Yep. So yeah, you can do
Bonus action.
that. Yep, you're good.
So, there, as they can replace 10 foot of their movement with a 30-foot jump.
I don't know if I've ever seen a jump in a game. This is great.
This is the new jump spell, and it's
Yeah.
when I read it, that's so much better, because the old one is just you triple your jump distance, which
Yeah.
most of the time is like, oh wow, I can maybe cross this gap slightly.
Yeah,
easier.
that's like crazy
But
situational.
This is literally, oh, they're up there. Let me just.
Well, that's what you always think jump is, like you able to jump
Yeah.
really high.
Yeah.
They finally made it what it was meant to be.
It's like, no, you can jump like 6 feet, and
And-
like, oh.
Like, it's no concentration, lasts a minute, so that's 10 uses of it.
That's great.
You just replace 10 foot of movement with 30 foot of movement.
Boom.
Perry, you are up.
Okay, question. If I did prestidigitation, fire play where I could snuff out candle torch or small campfire, would that just get one, or would it get the, any?
Based on the elementalism that was used, you have a feeling that just extinguishing the flames on them is not going to kill them. So I call this like a Charmander,
Okay.
but they just look like a Charmander with wings.
No, we're going to hyper focus on the little flames.
The flames, they're the big bad evil guy. I mean, kinda.
We're getting mixed messages here.
I'll go right here. All I can do is try and stab him with my dagger.
Okay.
Dag him with your stagger.
14 does hit. Does 3 damage as you quickly stab through three little fire bats.
Mm-hmm.
Knock them down with the hilt of your stabby thing. They're still animals. You can't hurt them. Anything else?
It's a safety dagger. That's what it is. No, that'll be it. Yeah.
Quilton, you are up. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 16.
You're good as the bats are kind of coming around here. The immense heat of them doesn't kind of get you. We're going to say the elementalism kind of cooled them off just a bit, where you could feel the flames coming at you, but does not burn you.
Hooray! I'm useful.
Go on, Quilton.
Right. Sorry, I forgot I had spells.
Cast Fireball.
That's not useful here. Yeah, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna start punching these bats. I'm gonna use elementalism to moisten my hands. They start punching them. See, we both have elementalism.
Your arm wraps.
15.
Fist test.
Bonus,
your
bonus
fist wraps
attack.
sort of. Okay.
13.
Bunch of
Okay.
wet slaps.
Yep.
First one would be 6. Does the 13 hit?
Yeah, both hit. Yes.
Right. The next one would be 8.
Doing a total of half of each of those. 3 and 4, 7. Things you've gotten rid of at least half of this swarm.
Okay. They keep coming.
Anything else?
We're in the cart, right?
More or less, you're sort of scattering around the cart at the same time. But
Okay.
yeah, it's kind of hovering above you, above the cart.
That's it.
Rikki, Ticky, not Rikki. Them, you moved just out of the correct range that couldn't do anything. So,
Heyo.
I do want to test something, so I'm going to see if this. Yeah, I'm still not getting my weapon thing. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. What's going on with that? Or I'm still not getting a roll damage. Weird. Either way, it's just gonna go there. It's going to dash and actually essentially engulf you, Vim. It's just going to swarm around you. There's no actual engulf ability, but it can occupy your space. So it is in your space.
Are these supposed to be
The bats are just kind of like a tornado around you.
Are these supposed to be large? Like a large swarm?
Nope.
Okay.
Medium swarm. Because they're tiny. Medium swarm of tiny bats.
Yeah, I guess he said hundreds of them. I was like, that sounds like a lot.
I think that the entire thing was hundreds of them, and then some of them started reaching off and coming at you. So, sorry for not making that clear. Eliza, I'm going to go ahead and say, let's try your con save. She fails, even with advantage from the thing, so... She takes 1 fire damage. That could have killed her. Takes 1 fire damage from the fire, and she pulls out a blanket and kind of crawls under that.
Get out of here, dear Liza, dear Liza.
Yeah. she jumps down. There's a hole in my bucket. Jumps down, covers herself in what is probably like a fireproof blanket of some sort, and kind of rolls under the cart. Kind of protect herself.
She somehow has the aluminium foil blanket.
Yeah.
Also,
I was in shock once when the ambulance came. I needed it. I kept it.
also remember sap from the whatever Rikki hit.
That's true. Yes. So they've got disadvantage. Their next attack.
The entire swarm slows down because one of them's like, "Wait up, guys! Wait up!"
Oh, does SAP automatically go into effect?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh,
the
cool.
condition said on hit, and you have proficiency in that and mastery in it, so yeah.
You don't have to expend anything for it. It just happens now because of your
One of the new
that's
things,
cool.
none of us are used to it, so you didn't. Don't feel bad if you didn't know it, because we didn't either. This is a swarm. I believe, is it at half? Yes, it is. It's at half power now and has disadvantage. It's going to attack Quilton because Quilton is the only one that it's try to attack it. Boop-a-doop. Is a 16 hit?
Is not.
Really? Okay.
Unarmored
Wow.
defense.
Dang, yo! It rolled a 21 and a 16, and you freaking passed that at level 1. You stop.
Hedges are like turtles, where they have a natural 17 armor class, but they can't wear armor.
It's going to basically do the same thing where it swarms around you.
Yeah, get out of my quills.
Yeah, some of them are getting like
Just
impaled on the
impale
quills.
themselves.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're having
Perry, you
shish kebab tonight.
Perry, you can have a attack of opportunity. And
Let's
I
do
also
it.
say I've also noticed that the using the hex grid makes kind of names sort of pop up a little, like cover more things when you can see
Yes.
that. If that ever becomes a problem, you guys see less names than I do, but under one of the settings, under the gear, I think it's graphics, you can hover to show token nameplate and bar overlay, so it'll auto hide those.
Well, the hex actually makes it easier to read. For me, at
If
least.
they're all bunched up,
Make
it kind of,
things,
yeah, it's a little, yeah.
Things are offset slightly from each other, so you're not like.
That's
Yeah,
true, but
names
when
of
you
any-
have Swarm of Ember Bats and
Oh yeah,
Eliza Pennygleam,
on your side. On your side,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
absolute terror.
and I can see all their health, that's a problem.
Mhm.
But yes, attack of opportunity, Perry, sorry about that.
How dare.
8. You try and swipe at them, but they're you're unable to just connect with any because their numbers are thinning. Rikki, I need you to make a con save at the start of your turn.
All right, cons.
As the immense heat of the Ember Bats is you can feel it now as you're right next to them. 8. You take some fire damage.
Now, boom. This won't affect your combat, but you do have the option to do some sick backflips during your turn.
Yes.
You take a full 4 fire damage as you are essentially next to 2 different Ember Bats, but I'm only going to count one of them, but the max damage kind of makes sense. So 4 damage, and then you can continue with your turn.
Okay. How many are still in these swarms?
The one to your right has not been touched, so it's full health. The one to the south is pretty hurt. It's bloodied, so it's getting down there.
Okay, I'm going to make an attack.
Excuse me. Go ahead.
You just got him.
Cast attack 9. Unfortunately misses. As there's just not enough for you to make a good connection with. Sort of just goes
They're
right
like
through.
fully engulfing Quilton, so I feel like I'm being careful to not.
That too, yes,
Yeah.
true.
And
you go
that
to do a
is-
swing. I'm like, oh gosh, That's your turn.
That is it.
Okay, Vim, please make a con save. Do it with advantage because you're used to the fires.
All right.
I was molded by
yeah.
it.
You're good. You're like, ha! I burned myself hard more than this morning.
Yeah, everyone else is like, ah, and I'm just sort of like, wow, in a little, and lost in the wonder for a moment, and then I see that everyone else is being hurt, and I'm like, oh, so then we'll grab their sickle off their belt and just sort of like wildly flail into the air.
All right. I assume the one that's in your space. Yeah. Okay.
Like, go away, shoot.
Go and make attack.
Appropriate.
Would land on, didn't pipe through.
A 6 does definitely not hit.
A 6 will miss.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody is this thing. Anything else?
No.
Okay, alright. Perry, you're up again.
Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna move up here and slash again.
Alright. 15 will hit.
Okay. Phew.
5 rounds down to 2 damage. Getting down there's still a couple around. Anything else?
That's really all I could do right now.
Any bardic? Any bardic left?
Oh yeah, there's Bardic. Who wants the Bardic?
Give it to the big whammer. Either Rikki or Quilton.
What's they mean, Rikki?
Oh, okay.
Look at each other like,
Who's up next?
Which one's the big one?
Let's give it to Quilton.
Okay.
Because he's up next.
Yeah, you get a D6, Quilton. I think it's a D6.
Yeah.
Quilton, you are now up. Please make a con save.
Nine.
9. You fail. Unless you want to use your Bardic
Yes.
Inspiration.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bardic.
Okay.
D6.
Did it. You saved it.
You're good.
12.
Woohoo.
Make it. Okay. You continue.
Right, I'm gonna start punching in the air again.
So anyway, I started punching.
And then I'll turn around and punch the bats. 1. That's gonna miss. 7.
This. Oh my god, you guys are just. Ugh! That'll hit.
There we
22,
go.
Yeah. Ooh, max damage 9.
Yeah.
Just,
I will.
one in particular, just one bat in specific, just goes full on smack to the face.
I'll round that up for you because of the other thing, and I'll say that the rest of the bats just fly off.
You never tell them when you fudge the hit points.
Or do I? Or did
No.
I? Oh, okay, fine. Fine, Joey. You know what? There's one left.
No, I'm saying you don't.
I was going to be
tell
nice,
them.
but now it's gone.
No, I'm saying
It's
you don't.
gone.
No, I'm saying you don't tell them when you mention it.
I do. In
When
my,
you actually
in my
do it.
rule, I do.
Okay.
That's true. It's still there, you know? There's still one bat.
Okay. One annoying bat.
Singular.
Let's
Bad.
catch it. Let's catch it and name it and love it and call it Smokey.
The red bat is up. It's going to take that one attack on you,
Is it
Quilton.
no longer a swarm?
It technically is a swarm. 11 is not
Form
going to
of
hit.
singular bat.
I'm sorry, what?
11 will probably not hit.
Yeah.
It's gonna fly off, and if anybody wants to take an attack of opportunity, it can, but it's definitely
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm mad at it. I won't punch it. 18.
That's more than enough. That'll kill it.
No, they're sleeping.
They're just
Yeah,
sleeping.
yeah. The ones that are stuck on your quills, they're just sleeping.
Please, end our suffering.
The DM won't let us die.
No one can die.
It's just not a mercy.
Eliza's just gonna skip, and then the blue bats are gonna
Here's-
go up.
here's,
They're gonna take.
Dungeon soup to these bats, my quills.
Yep. Does a 23 hit Vim? I assume a 23 will hit Vim.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about with Dungeon Soup when you were talking. Someone asked, how many bats are there in the swarm? And I was just when he goes, there's.
You take 6 piercing damage.
I believe it. Let's see. Does adjusting that on my sheet adjust it in this one as well then?
It should.
My
Right,
health
we set
wasn't.
it up all right.
My health wasn't piping over, by the way. I had to.
Oh, it did. It adjusted with it.
Yeah, usually have to make sure that the what's your max hit points, Joey?
Me 10.
Yeah, 10. And what is your character on the sheet named Master Quilton?
Yeah, here was.
Exactly. Yeah, if you just usually got to make sure it's just named the same way. So
Usually
works.
Is it set to HP in the character sheet?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's not working. All right.
We'll figure
Fix
it
in
out
the
later.
post.
You broke it, Joey. It's your fault.
Mhm.
And with that, it's actually going to swarm around Rikki now. You get a face full of fire bats, Cheeto dust, flaming hot Cheetos coming right at you.
Do a barrel roll.
Rikki, please make a con save. Everyone's strategy of standing right next to the burning heat source that is hurting you, brilliant. Don't change.
We're on the cart.
Oh man, I'm rolling real bad.
This has not been going well for most people. This combat. You only take 1 fire damage though. It's also an open top cart, Joey. It's not a wagon. Rikki, you may take your turn.
Top
Okay,
land
how
boats.
far is Eliza? You said she went under the cart?
Yeah, she basically rolled under. She got like a fireproof blanket, rolled under the cart.
Okay,
and let
I'm
you guys
going
handle it.
to jump out of the cart, reach under the cart, and be like, let me borrow this for a second, take the blanket, and attempt to use it to grapple the swarm.
Oh,
I love that. Oh my god.
that's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so go ahead and make unarmed strike. Actually have to click there should be a damage button. Unarmed strike should be in your actual attacks.
It's basically a
Yeah.
weapon. But if you're grappling, you don't attack. You
No. It's still an unarmed strike at this point, Joey.
Yeah.
Because of the new rules. You click through it. Just click unarmed strike. It didn't actually give damage. So
Oh,
trying to see what's going on. Trying to see.
Enhanced.
nope.
Yeah.
No,
I need to roll a
clicking
number
the
then.
hit/DC one, so...
Click the.
no, Mark. If you want to use an unarmed strike to grapple, the target must succeed on a strength.
After the unarmed strike hits.
Yeah. I can just click on the sword
I
because
don't-
they're both +5.
I don't think so.
I'm clicking on the +5
You
right now.
make
to
a
see
melee
if I
attack.
click the +5.
That involves your body deal damage full effect. So when you damage, you make an attack roll. It actually says make an attack roll. It says
When you
grapple.
damage.
Yeah, you make an attack roll,
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
And on-
Making attack roll.
but she's trying to grapple, right?
Yeah, okay,
grapple target
oh.
must succeed on a
I will look this up as well, and we'll get this. This is it's just new stuff. So
A creature can grapple another creature. Characters typically grapple by using an unarmed strike. Many monsters have special attacks. However, grapple's initiated follow these rules.
strike. Instead of using weapons, but whenever you use your unarmed strike, choose one of the following options for its effect. Melee attack using blah blah blah. Oh, I see. You are completely right, Joey. I thought. I see. I've had this wrong the entire time. So it's, as you're saying, Joe, you are correct. Basically, the term unarmed strike is choosing to either attempt to do damage, or to attempt to grapple, or to attempt to shove. I thought it was you need to make an unarmed strike, and if that connects, then you choose one of those three.
That's like
so
the
it is on the
grappler.
attack. You are.
That's like the
Yeah.
grappler. At least the old one was, where you
Yeah.
you do an attack and then you attempt to grapple.
Yep. Yeah. I apologize. You were correct. I was wrong. I'm gonna go commit seppuku after this. But no, we gotta finish the game first. So go ahead and don't bother with the unarmed strike. Go ahead and make a. Great, I just said what it was.
They have to.
Yes.
So the bats have to do the save.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab a strength dex save. So 8 per proficiency bonus plus strength. Okay. What is the save against?
For strength.
So what is your strength strength bonus?
The modifier is +5, and then my proficiency is +2.
So it's 8 plus 7, which is 15. And it's going to make a dex save because it's -3 to strength. 14, it fails. It has the condition immunity grappled, but you were essentially attempting to net this entire thing in the thing.
The fireproof blanket.
So, yeah, so you have overcome that immunity amazingly. And you basically come down like just like a shower cap on top of this thing and and string up the bottom.
We got ourselves a bag of bats.
So you have a +3 to strength. It's not a save. It's your actual strength plus your proficiency +8.
You know what? I'm going to give it to her because
Well, it's fine.
That was awesome.
It's fine, but I'm just letting you
Yeah.
know what it was.
You are true. Yes. So yeah, the saves and the scores are two different things. But
Am
yeah,
I
that
the
was
only one thinking, can we James and the Giant Peach these guys?
We're just gonna fly all the way to
Can we
Alderheart?
tie them to the cart and have them pull it forward?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I was looking at the wrong number.
Yeah.
Yeah. No worries.
We have a built-in heat source now.
I don't think you can, but what would you like to do with these bats?
Just start
I
smacking them at the
mean-
ground, right?
Maybe bring them as proof. You know, if they need proof that
I mean, I don't
things are going wrong.
I don't
First,
know if they're gonna let you in the city with that. It's the
Hey,
city's-
maybe Eliza could make fancy lanterns out of them or something.
make heated blankets.
That's not a bad idea. She starts actually going through some stuff and finds a bunch of like mason jar kind of things. Starts like poking holes in the top of them.
So
It starts
I'm gonna-
making like firefly lanterns out of them during the rest of the travel, if you'll let her.
Yeah.
And I will go back a little bit because when you did your jump, you jumped out of the cart, did like a triple flip, landed superhero landing, spotted her under the cart, grabbed the extra blanket or one blanket that she had, pulled it out, and then jumped up again to just.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I imagined it.
And if you wanted to, you could still do another, 5 jumps like that for the duration.
You got it for another 30 seconds. Don't waste it. And she just jumped
Boing, boing,
around.
boing, boing.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll hand the bag.
Just,
I'll hand
just
the bag
full
to
on,
Eliza and then just hop around.
Just full on gremlin mode.
It stops one turn earlier than you were expecting, and so you like
Midair.
get yeah. But yeah, you're able to make Eliza's Ember Bat lanterns. They're amazing.
These things are a little bit smarter than fireflies. They may get kind of bored in there.
You remind me of a young man I used to know named Ark. Sound a little bit like him sometimes, only sometimes.
Your voice is completely different.
Slipped a little bit into him at the start of that.
Is it possible
You're able
to
to-
spend part of the journey studying these guys up close now that they, are trapped?
Sure.
Again.
Make a nature or survival check. You can glean a bunch of. You can glean the same kind of things from either of those.
Let's see. The best thing I should roll is survival,
Yeah.
and it's not gonna matter.
You want to get the bat bits from between my quills, please? It's hard for me
I'll help.
to reach back there. Yeah, get ready.
You got a really good rave costume going on though, as some of them are trying to like light up so they can, yeah. Let me did a cardinal sin that I hate on roll 20, which is I accidentally left the turn order open.
Get that out of here.
I wish they would. I could like mount that
Ooh.
on the chat side or something like that, rather than be free floating.
Mhm.
Excuse me. In any case, you have successfully completed the bat swarm.
The bat puzzle.
The rest of your journey is essentially uneventful. You're almost there. You can start to see Winnowing Reach in the distance. You make your way to the edge of the forest, actually getting to Winnowing Reach. And you are now here, change layer. Winnowing Reach. As you enter, you see slightly a busy city. Let's see what I wrote down. Where's the notes for this? Winnowing Reach is a relatively new development in the wood. It started as a modest outpost and a last stop for researchers and slime wranglers bound for the mock fields. It's a bit of a pit stop town. Find on Route 66. We find ourselves in Winnowing Reach. And with that, Eliza says, have a rest. You're gonna need it for when you escort me to Alderheart. She winks. Come find me, after you get a little bit of R&R, I'll be at, bring my cart in the middle of town, set up a temporary shop for the day. And for that, we're going to call it a night.
Hell yeah.
Woo! We did good, team.
It good. Oh, that's an introduction. We'll go back to the lobby.
We got to Mordor.
Congratulations. We have begun. We've done it. Took us an extra month. But we've done it. We've got our first game out of the way.
Now, because the real challenge, lining up schedules.
Yes.
Because it's going to get chaotic in the next couple weeks.
Might have to keep this on a per-week basis on figuring out when we can play something, rather than it being the same scheduled thing every week after that. So hopefully we're flexible enough that we can continue this, because I'm having a blast with this new setting and getting back into DMing as normal. It's been missing it, and you guys are so far been a fun group, except for Joey. You know what you did.
Yeah, correcting you on rules.
Nope, that was
You're
actually
only allowed
I
to
joked.
correct if you say actually first.
Yeah, so
I joke, but that was a good catch up.
Yeah, so that's a good thing especially for multi-attackers like Monk, who's unarmed strikes, is they can they have a lot more opportunities to like shove and grapple without actually like losing a entire turn of attacks, especially at higher levels. So
right,
you can like use it for any unarmed strikes, like flurry of blows and stuff like that.
It was hard to tell at the beginning there, like, what you would do. Like, it sounded like you were aggressively agreeing with each other. Like,
it's one of those things where
you just said the same thing.
We were both confident in having double checked the rules.
No, because I read up on that when I was going over Monk stuff.
That's the thing, is like I had been reading up on that too, and I've just been wrong about it for a while, so I just haven't run the 4E rules, so it definitely this is
no, Mark, you're right. You're right about that. It's like, no, you're
no,
correct.
you're right.
No.
Yeah, no, it's you. God, you're such a good friend.
Oh God, I love playing with you.
Yeah, man.
Actually,
Love your animations.
Oh, God.
Quick query, because I noticed when I clicked to add that gold in,
Yes.
is that I hadn't chosen any of the lifestyle expenses. Is that something we need to worry about?
No. That's
Okay.
that's. I don't even know if they have that in the current version. Nobody ever pays attention to that. That's for like. That was like for when you're like really calculating expenses for a longer campaign.
Yeah.
In
I was
in
wondering
a
if it's kind of like would
yeah.
it would automatically deduct at the end of every like long rest or something if it would
Yeah.
go right.
Oh,
Since
that'd
this
be
is
cool.
your lifestyle, we're going to take.
So
Yeah, I've never used that or the rule set itself. So
I might I
Yes,
should have
sir?
done this in the time before we started, but I do have like 20 gold left, so I'm probably gonna go and just buy some adventuring supplies in between sessions.
yep, we'll be fine. Do not take a long rest yet. We haven't done that. You'll be able to do it pretty easily, so don't worry if you have. But never know what you're gonna use before the
Yeah.
night comes. And with that, once again, thanks for joining.
Thanks for
Great.
DMing. That was really fun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.